The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the UAW Local 502 Louisville Football Friday night. And what a game do we have tonight? It is Class 6A, second round of the playoffs, and alongside male high school legend Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. And Dion, it is electric, this atmosphere. The rivalry game, 144th edition of this rivalry. It dates back 3 centuries to the 19th century, 1893, 132 years of tradition. And 2 weeks ago, it was a tough result for the male Bulldogs. How do they erase that result and get focused for tonight?
Well, I mean, that comes with the solid week of practice. You know, Coach Wolf is a veteran. You know, he's been through everything you can go through as a high school coach. And so I'm sure he's been preparing these guys mentally that, that game's behind us. You know, we're in the playoffs now. It's a new season. And hopefully they've got a game plan in place because they're going to need one if they want some success tonight against the Crimson.
And the Crimson they come in with one of the top-ranked rushing offenses in the state, one of the top-ranked defenses in the state. And that's rare territory for a male coach, a team coached by Chris Wolf in the last 16 seasons, in that usually his team's among the tops in the states on both sides of the ball. They're not quite up there, but they've got a big task ahead against this male Crimson team and head coach Keith Eckloff.
I mean, that's an understatement, actually. You know, this Crimson team is playing really, really good football. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They're 9-2. I mean, they're feeling like this is their season. I mean, they walked into the stadium looking like they're ready to handle business. They're warming up like they're ready to, take it from the Bulldogs tonight. So the Bulldogs need to be ready if they want to come out with the victory.
And here we are at this historic, at Maxwell Field, at Veterans Stadium here at Male High School. And, you've got the beautiful new field. You've got all this tradition, and you've been a part of the rivalry game you were part of it for several games. What was the one thing that Male always brought to this rivalry?
Energy and just passion. To be honest, it never really mattered about the records. I mean, and it went deeper than the football teams. You know what I mean? Sure. The students were going back and forth all week. If a male high school bus passed up a manual bus, you're going to see guys drawing. So we got a beautiful night. The field is beautiful, and I'm hoping for a competitive male manual game tonight.
Well, there you have it from Dion Reese, the UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday pregame show rolling along. We'll hear from both coaches, Coach Keith Eckloff from Manual and Coach Chris Wolf from Male. We've got a little weather we've got to hit. We've got our weather forecast we want to get to, and tonight's weather forecast is presented by HKC Roofing. For the best gutter guard on the market, call 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Well, the weather here is perfect fall night for football. It's a cool 64, 65 degrees. It's going to get down to the mid-50s maybe by the end of the night, but a perfect night for football. Little breeze blowing right to left on your monitor or TV screen, but that's it. And that is tonight's weather forecast presented by HKC Roofing. For the best gutter guard on the market, call 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. We'll return with more of your UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday after this.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
And welcome back to Glygod Pregame Show right here. We've got Coach Eckloff with the Manual Crimson. And Coach, you know this team really well, this male team really well. You're really good friends with Coach Wolf. Talk about that relationship, what you learned from him and those great years when you were assisting with him at Male, and how this has shaped this tremendous manual rushing attack.
Well, I can tell you I have a great respect for Coach Wolf. You don't have time for me to tell you the things that I learned from that man in 5 years with him, but I'll give you one thing that stands out to me was his absolute attention to every detail in that program. He thinks through every decision he makes and really works hard to make sure he's doing the best thing for kids.
Now, just 2 weeks ago, you had the rivalry game. They had a couple drops early. Might have changed the shape of the game, but what did you do so well to put up 52 points against that Male team?
I'll tell you what, I feel like we were really fortunate, especially in the second quarter of that game. It seemed like every bounce, every slip, every drop kind of went in our direction that quarter, and things got out of hand really, really quickly. But we're not foolish enough to think that that's going to be the same team that we're going to see again tonight.
Saw the guys coming in. They looked all business. Talk about your message to them about tonight's game to advance to the third round of the state tournament.
Well, you know, it's been 17 years since we've gotten out of the second round of this tournament. Most of those years we've been a top 10 team and we haven't made the final 8. And it sort of baffles me a little bit. And so my message to them is that we have to take care of ourselves and we have to do what we normally do. And if we do, we'll be okay tonight.
And what is it, some of the things that you want to see, the touchstones for this squad through 11 games, 9 wins? What have been those markers you're looking for from your young men?
Our defense is top 1 or 2 in the state against the run. Our offense is one of the top rushing attacks in the state. We get things done from the front to the back, and so if we play well up front tonight, that bodes really well for us.
And just this atmosphere now, you know, 144th meeting. This goes back to 1893, drenched in tradition. That, you know, there are schools across the country that have played a long time, but in the middle of the country like this in Louisville, to have Male Manual as an anchor for this tradition, what's it mean to you?
Man, it's really an honor to play in such a historic game. I hear stories about games going back 40, 50 years from people in this town that they remember all the details, and I think into the future about people remembering the details of what we did and the decisions we made. It's an honor to get to play in it.
Coach Eckloff, good luck. Best of luck to you tonight. We thank you so much. Have a good one tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You got it. We'll be back with more on our pregame show. Stay with us on Glygod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Direct, not just blind. Blind Direct, not just blind.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium, Maxwell Field here at Male High School. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. It's the 144th edition of Male Manual. This time it's in the 6A second round playoff game. And Dion, you've played in this game. You understand the magnitude of this rivalry, but tonight we want you to give an inside look in tonight's game, presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. Keys to the game, first for the visiting DuPont Manual Crimson.
Well, for the Crimson, in my opinion, it's going to start in the trenches. They need to win the trenches, and that's on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. If Manual controls the trenches, I think they control the game, which leads into the second key for those guys. If they can give Caden Mack the proper time he needs, then that's going to allow him to do what he does best, which is everything. He's got almost 1,200 yards passing with 20 touchdowns to go along with almost 600 yards rushing and 6 TDs. So I think that's going to be the huge key for them. And on the defensive side of the ball, if they can put some pressure on those 3 quarterbacks that Mel likes to rotate in and kind of get them out of their rhythm, it could be a long night for the Bulldogs.
And now an inside look by Blinds Direct for the Male Bulldogs.
For the Male Bulldogs, they're going to need to start fast. A couple of weeks ago on Halloween night, they took a pretty good spanking at the hands of the Manual Crimson. So I think it's important that they get out early, that they show get some success early, try to build some confidence and hopefully some momentum.
And what else you got there?
Along with that, they need to let their stars shine. I mean, I'm looking at Steron Davison, Tyson Kinsel, Savion Vaughn. Those guys are at the top of the food chain in terms of touchdowns, and I think you need to simplify the offense and get the ball in the hands of your best athletes quickly.
And finally, the third key to victory for the male Bulldogs.
Last but certainly not least, and that's red zone defense. Emmanuel's scoring 40 points a game, so the Bulldogs are going to have to find out in these inevitable red zone visits by the Crimson how they can turn some of these touchdowns into field goals instead.
Or fourth down turnovers, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. In the best case scenario,
because they both like to go for it on fourth down. That's one key you'll see tonight. They'll go for it on fourth down quite a bit, both coaches. So those are your inside look at tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. We're going to take a break. When we return, you'll hear from male head coach Chris Wolf. But before we go, we want to remind everyone that this broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written permission of the KHSAA and GLICOD are prohibited. Stay with us, folks. More to come on our UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday pregame show.
Not just flies. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from GLICOD.
And welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium at Maxwell Field. You see the male high school ROTC group with the presentation of the colors as we finished our national anthem, and we are back for our UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. It's pregame. It's our pregame show, and now we go to our interview with male head coach Chris Wolf. Oh, we've got that interview coming up. We're going to have to cue it up here. Still in our box up here overlooking the stadium. Both teams off the field, getting their last-minute instructions. And here's what Coach Wolf had to say about tonight's game against rival DuPont Manual and his good friend, Coach Keith Eckloff, the head coach at Manual.
All right, first thing first, Chris, you know, you've got this big rivalry game tonight, but it's a big playoff game, chance to move to the third round. Haven't been there since 2023, but how do you erase the result from a couple weeks ago? I know it was a tough couple of drops that might have changed the game and the momentum. Let's talk about how you erase that result.
Well, I mean, we just got to do a better job executing. So on both sides of the ball, it was tight early, and then they busted us with a couple long runs, and we had a chance. We had a 3rd and 2. We had a chance to get a sack. What the quarterback does, he just gets out of the pocket, and you got to do a better job to contain. Easier said than done. I was one of the elite athletes in the state, one of the fastest guys. You got 2 of the fastest guys in the state in the backfield. So, we worked a lot on angles and trying to keep them in the pocket, and hopefully that'll pay off. But it's tough. I mean, you can't replicate that speed.
No, but in the last 2 weeks, I know that's had to be a point of emphasis. How do you feel like the team's progressed from that experience?
Well, that question's kind of loaded because really, whatever we see tonight is what we see tonight. So what we see in practice is one thing. Were we perfect in practice? No. Did I think we got a little bit better? Yeah, but now you got to go against the real thing. So we'll see in a few minutes.
Coach Eckloff, a good friend of yours, and a coaching colleague that you worked with, and he helped develop. What's it like to face off in a playoff scenario like this now?
Well, he's a fantastic person. He's a great coach. We were advocating for him to get the job. I knew he would do a great job there. I knew he would be more formidable. But it is what it is. You root for people, good people. He deserved his chance to coach at an elite school, and they made a wise choice.
Finally, what do you want to see from your team right from the first whistle tonight?
I mean, we just need to be more competitive on the line. We need to be they're very physical and very strong. We're a little bit undersized on the D-line. Offensively, we've struggled all year running the ball. We got to get some kind of run game a little bit, and that'll help.
Excellent. Good stuff from head coach Chris Wolf. Good luck tonight, Chris. This is your UAW Local 502 Louisville Football Friday night pregame show. More to come. Stay with us.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability, Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium and Maxwell Field here at Male High School alongside Male legendary football star Dion Reese. I'm Paul Najar, and Dion, it's Male, it's Manuel. There's not much more to say, but when you have a big loss like Male did 2 weeks ago, what do you say to the Bulldogs to bounce back as far as, hey, erase it, just flush it, and play as hard as you can? What is it you say here?
I think you gather the guys up. You let them know that that's behind us. You know what I mean? That was 2 weeks ago. This is a new night. And a huge key is just preparation. You know, hopefully he was able to get these guys, just mentally ready and get a game plan in place, and they're fired up tonight. They're going to need some energy.
How do you strategize against speed? Do you try to muck it up? Do you try to make it a slugfest or get really physical in the tackles?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, it's really tough to deal with. I mean, we've all heard it, speed kills. It's a fact. You know what I mean? So
you had plenty of it, sir.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. But like I said, you just got to come out here and be competitive. And like I said, punch them in the mouth and hopefully, you can gain some momentum here early.
Well, that is a good strategy here, from as good as any for these Male Bulldogs as they face the Manual Crimson here in the 6A second round of the KHSAA State Football Playoffs. Our final break straight ahead will be the kickoff. We'll come back with that kickoff when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday.
And welcome back to Veteran Stadium here, Maxwell Field at Male High School. Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. We've got this male manual traditional rival in the Class 6A second round of the KHSAA state playoffs. And Dion, manual to kick off, male to receive, all important that male gets a good start against this formidable manual attack.
Absolutely. They had a tough week a couple of weeks ago, and it's important that they get off to a fast start and try to build some momentum here early.
The kickoff, a squibber picked up at the 20, and Male gets out past the 25, near the 30. It'll be a first down, probably at the 29. You see 7 officials on the field for tonight's playoff game. A good sign, a full complement of officials in these playoff games, and all the best to those in stripes and with the whistles tonight to have a great game.
Yeah,
Male.
some decent starting position, field position for the Bulldogs, and Manuel came out. There was a big hit on that kickoff return as well. So a
couple of big hits, and that's where I know Coach Wolf wants to make sure his special teams shine, and they have done that in years past. The Male Bulldogs, a 3-headed attack at quarterback, Jordan Williams, Jansen Brunley, and you see guys back there all the time changing up, and there's Williams to start. He's going to go way out wide. He decides to throw it away. They were looking for the deep ball early, Dion.
I like that, too. I mean, they're going to have to be aggressive tonight. You can't be conservative. We're in the playoffs. You lose, you go home. So I like the call, and I also like the protection back there. He had a little bit of time, but just, some really good coverage by the cornerback for the Crimson.
They had the receiver doubled downfield, so that was a tough start on that first play. Good check off. He tried to go down to his check down receiver, who was covered well out on the right side. From the pistol, Williams hands off up the middle and a quick hitter. How about that for an offensive line? A hole that nets about 7 or 8 yards when they give them forward progress.
Nice game by the Bulldogs, and if you're Coach Wolf, you got to feel good about these first 2 plays. I mean, one of the big question marks to start the season was this young, inexperienced offensive line of the Bulldogs, and they're off to a good start here tonight.
Yes, they are. You have Leon Melvin back there, Jansen Brumley back there, Tyson Kinzel as a running back quarterback combo. You have Jordan Williams getting the majority of the snaps, but Savion Vaughn, when you get him an opportunity with the ball in his hands, he can fly up and down the field. 3rd and 2, a key play early in this game.
Absolutely.
Single setback. They move the 2 wings to the right, the setback to the left. Williams takes the handoff, or takes a snap, and he takes it right up the middle on the read option, and I believe he has enough. Yes, he does. Has enough for the first down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he faked it to Steron Davison and just kept it himself and just, took it up the middle. And he's a big boy. Williams is quite a load to get to the ground, and he was able to gain enough for a first down on that play.
Yeah, it's Steron Davidson and one of the captains, along with Beckett Kennedy and Christian White and Colin Jefferson for the Bulldogs. So, and another thing that you'll see is maybe taking some time off the clock to reduce the opportunities for these Manual Crimsons as Male takes possession. I know Coach Wolf likes that momentum and moving fast, as Williams again out of the pistol. He fakes the handoff left. He goes outside right. Wide open is his receiver. Wide side of the field. Across midfield and down out of bounds, pushed out at the 35. That's the brilliance of Chris Wolf's offense, finding guys wide open.
And Colin Jefferson is one of those guys that we talked about earlier, just one of those threats for the Male High School Bulldogs. You want to try to get him the ball early in open space, and they were able to do it on their out route there.
And that was a 28-yard gain for Colin Jefferson. I mean, schemed him wide open on that right sideline.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been some sort of mix-up in the secondary for the Crimson on that play. Great start for the Bulldogs,
absolutely,
by the way.
Absolutely. At the Crimson 33-yard line, out of the pistol, he hands it off to Steron Davidson, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage at the 35, about a 1.5 yard loss on first down.
Yeah, there wasn't just way too much pressure. As soon as he gets the ball, he runs into a crimson wall there. Just, they brought him down to the backfield for a loss.
So it'll be second and a long 11, let's call it, for the Bulldogs. But, usually as you see that male team running pace, not so much here so far in the early going, but they want to take some time off. They want to make the plays that they need to make. Now Williams out of the pistol on this second and long. Straight drop. He looks short, and the pocket collapses around him. He goes down. And again, that pressure from the front four of those Crimson, unbelievable.
Unfortunately, he's going to be dealing with that all night. And, Williams, he's a veteran quarterback. He's got to know he only has so much time to get rid of that ball. This Crimson defense is going to be, they're going to be breathing down his neck all night.
Called a loss of 5, third and 16 and a half, 17 yards to go. They got to get down to the Crimson 23 for the first down.
I love the pace of the Bulldogs so far. Anything to keep that manual offense off the field.
Yes, indeed. We're approaching 8-minute mark of the first quarter. And Williams takes the snap out of the pistol. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and he just overthrew him down the right sideline. I believe that was Jefferson, and Jefferson split those defenders. And the strength, you can see the strength of Williams' arms. He just flicked that down there, easy 55 yards.
Yeah, the strength in Williams' arm and the speed of Steron Davison. He was actually behind.
That was Steron Davison.
Steron, okay, yeah. He got behind both of the defenders, and Williams just overthrew him on that play.
Hard to see the 7 and the 1 difference from this far up from the press box, but it's a 4th and 17. The Bulldogs choose to punt, and Seth Henson doing the punting job for the Bulldogs from the 40. Want to trap manual deep. Nose down, end over end punt. Bounces at the 16 and takes a sideways bounce out of bounds right there at the 17-yard line. So a 23-yard kick, but inside the 20. Want to pin him back a little deeper, but they'll take it.
Not a bad kick at all. Henson's one of your best, one of your better kickers, whether it be field goals, punts, or kickoffs, in the state. So he's a weapon for the Bulldogs.
He has been that for a few years. So Henson and the Bulldogs now defending against the Crimson, and out comes quarterback Caden Mack, not the biggest of players, but man, he's got wheels and he's got an arm, and he'll be in the pistol. He fakes right, runs right, fakes the pitch, and he gets dragged down by the Bulldogs defense after about a 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, that was a call for him to run the ball, and we'll see a ton of that tonight. Again, if he can get some protection back there, man, he could really make it tough on the Bulldogs this evening.
It's a really interesting read option run on that play where he's attacking he's not attacking down the line. He's attacking at an angle at that tackle with the running back there too.
Which gives them a couple options and some protection out there. So, no, that was a nice call by the Crimson.
And there is a design quarterback draw, and Male reads it perfectly. They had a 5-man rush, and they stuff it. So it'll be a third down and 7 or 6.
Yeah, that was a win in the trenches for the Bulldogs. Both teams, both coaches talked about that, how important it was going to be to control that line of scrimmage, and the Bulldogs came out with the win that play.
Good job by Caden Mack just to get back near the line of scrimmage. He was trapped back there, maybe a 2 or 3 yard loss. I didn't see how far he fell forward until they marked the ball down at about the 22.5 yard line. They got to get out another 5+ yards for the first down. So big third down play once again. Mack with 2 running backs back there. He just looking straight on that seam route, and they're going to call a hold as Noah Price for the Crimson was matched up against Davidson, and they're going to call a hold on Steron Davidson.
Yeah, I really couldn't see. I mean, he was definitely up on him. I don't know if I've actually saw him grab him or anything, but like you said, we got 7 officials out here tonight, and they saw something, so they threw a flag.
Yeah, you're not going to escape tonight. This is the big time in the KHSAA state tournament. They signed 7 officials, a full complement, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the hold, and that's an automatic first down for the Manual Crimson. Check that. That's a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard on the hold? At the 32, it's 1st and 10. And the snap to Mack. He hands it off right up the middle, and look at that man go. That's big Trainer. Jerian Trainer can do anything he wants on a football field. He's got the size and the speed, Dion.
He can most definitely run the ball. We'll probably see him eclipse the 3,000 career yards marker here. I think he came into the game with 29-37 and picked up almost 8 there on that carry.
Yes, he did. It's 2nd and short here for the Crimson. 3 wide to the left. He goes right back up the middle, but he loses one there on 2nd and short. So it'll be 3rd and 2 or 2.5 here for the Crimson. Well, 3rd and a long 1, we'll call it.
I believe that may have been Jeremy Presley on that run, but
it was indeed 5. It was Presley.
Yes, sir. But that was also a win in the trenches for the Bulldogs, and they were able to get a stop and get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They've won 2 out of 3 battles in the trenches, but a holding penalty on 3rd down on a pass play gave the Crimson a first down. So here they are, another opportunity for the Crimson to get that first down, and up the middle they go. And I believe the Trainer. Oh, that's Presley again. Presley will be credited for a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Presley, just a solid running back himself. He, came into the game with 630 rushing yards, 9 TDs. I mean, he's just really tough running that ball. He's a workhorse.
Productive on both sides of the ball, and, he's just a junior. What you have in Trainer and Presley, that is a heck of a combo back there. Straight drop. Mack looks. He goes out to the left side where his receiver couldn't quite corral in. I think that was intended to Israel Calhoun.
Or was it number 10, I believe?
It was Latarian Spencer,
yeah. Yeah, he had him wide open, actually, but Mack not able to get it down low enough. Actually sailed that one over his head, that play.
So we face a 2nd and 10 here.
Again, not a bad start for the Bulldogs here. They seem to be under control, playing some solid defense. And
they're not giving away the big play.
They are not.
That is something that was schooled into them now for 2 weeks. In this matchup, where you got 2 backs flanking Caden Mack. Mack takes the snap. Oh, it was a direct snap. And now on the left side, the male defense is gang tackles. I believe that was Presley again.
Yeah, like you said, they ran into a host of Bulldogs.
Or it was Mack. It was 6. It was Mack. So he had 2 running backs in front of him, Dion. Couldn't get around the edge.
That was a ton of talent standing in that backfield. I mean, it was a lot of touchdowns.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who do we take this time? Man, that's tough. Near side is Noah Price. On this 3rd and 8. And they're just going to give it up the middle. The run is there. The big gain is there. Jeremy Presley is down the field for a big 30-yard gain on 3rd and 8. Down to the male 23.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about playing a game like Manual with this many weapons. You could have 4 or 5, solid defensive plays in a row, and then that happens. That time Presley breaks up the middle. He breaks 2 or 3 tackles and, a shoestring from a touchdown there.
The young man is just a junior. He runs downhill so well. When you come in with a senior as gifted and accomplished as Jerry and Trainer, sometimes that new guy, that new face, can cause you fits. Mack straight back, and his pass attempt to Latarian Spencer, again overthrown.
Yeah, he tries to hit Terry and Spence again on the out route, and some decent coverage, but looks like Mac maybe just missed him on that time. Looked like he could have probably hit him if he got a better pass to him.
So 2 overthrows and a couple from Jordan Williams as well, the male quarterback early. Little nerves here in the 2A playoffs. 2nd and 10. He hands it off. That is Trainer, and Trainer.
Looks like we got a flag after the play there. Maybe a little bit of
necessary. Something going on down there.
Yeah, that may have been against the Bulldogs.
Let's see where they mark it. I believe that was a gain of 5 for Trainer, down to about the 18. We'll see what the officials ring up here.
On the play, it was a gain of 5.
Could be offsetting, or they move and mail back. They are. Dead ball, personal foul on the defense. So from the 18, that ball will go half the distance to the 9. 1st and goal for the Manual Crimson.
Yeah, we talked about in the keys how important this red zone defense had to be for the Bulldogs, and it's tough enough to stop the Crimson, without giving them, 5 and 10 yards off penalties.
Oh, and there's a break. There's a break. Snap overhead of Mack, and Mack has to down it at the 29. So a loss of 20. Caden Mack recovers it and falls down on it. And that's a big break for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, huge break, especially down here in the red zone. I mean, they were looking to score, and that was a huge mistake. And Mack does a good job of just getting on that ball and just living to fight another day.
So 2nd and goal from the 29. Do you piecemeal this and try and get that 6, or do you want a manageable field goal here?
I think I'm going to piecemeal it. I got a ton of talent here. Try to get the hands in the. Get the ball in the hands of some of my talent and see what they can do in the open field.
And if you don't get it, you have that top-ranked defense as well. Offsides, mail is the call, and that's tough. You give them 5 back after that 20-yard loss.
Yeah, they can't have that. I mean, again, down here in this red zone, if they're able to keep the Crimson out of the end zone, this will be a huge stop for the Bulldog defense.
Indeed, it will. And as all great coaches know and say, every inch counts. Every yard counts. They add up. It doesn't matter when you give them away. On 2nd and goal from the 29, you're giving away 5. That's 5 you shouldn't have to give. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 24. Mack looking. He steps into one down the right sideline. Again, wide open down the seam was Noah Price, and he just clean overthrew him by about 5 yards.
Yeah, had another guy open. He's running the post right down the middle, and just overthrew him. I'm not sure what that's about.
Nerves of a big game, huh?
I mean, it's not the wind, it's not the weather. No. I mean, I guess it's the nerves.
There's just a little wind across the way blowing into the face of the Manual offense. It's blowing right to left on your screen into their face, and it's not that heavy. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 24. Roll right. Mack steps up into the pocket, and he crosses the line of scrimmage and gains 1 yard before he's brought down. And it's either a 41-yard field goal attempt, a punt, or they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They're not punting from there.
No. I wouldn't think so. I mean, I didn't know who was coming on the field.
Right.
I saw a lot of personnel packages.
Okay.
They got the field goal on. So it'll be a 40-yarder, let's call it.
Yeah, great coverage by the secondary of the Bulldogs. Mack looked downfield and, took his time, kept his head up, but just couldn't find anybody open down there.
Cooper Bohm to kick. The ball is up, and it is short. A line drive. It might have been tipped. I think it was tipped by, I think that was Steron Davidson that got a hand on it. So no good. And Mail will take over.
Yeah, this is a great start for the Bulldogs. I mean, the lower scoring game, the better for the Bulldogs you can go here.
They take over from the placement of from the line of scrimmage, so it's a 23-yard line for the Bulldogs. I mean, how big is that?
That was huge.
you give up a first down on a penalty. They got a first and goal. They bad snap, and now your offense is back out there from the 23.
I mean, what I'm reading from the Bulldogs is that they're letting the Crimson know this is not Halloween night. You know what I mean?
It's a different
Absolutely.
game altogether. And we have a first down. We have Williams back in the backfield. Jordan Williams, quarterback, hands it off. Inside, hands off, and weaving through from left to right. 7-yard gain.
Couldn't tell who that was.
I didn't know if that was.
I think that's Steron Davison again.
Or was it Savion Vaughn? No, it was Davidson.
Davison. Yeah, that was Davison. Yeah, and man, great field vision. You see him stopping and making decisions and cutting left and cutting right, and he's hot tonight. I'm going to try to keep the ball in his hands if I'm the Bulldogs.
2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Williams in the pistol. One man in motion from right to left. He goes back, hands it off to Davidson. And that's 2-yard. Did he get the first, Dion? I think it's close.
I think he might be a little short, but again, I love the call. Like I said, keep the ball in his hands. And they got several guys that, again, you get them in the open field and they could be dangerous.
Absolutely. Half-yard short of the first down. So, end of the first quarter. We're going to take our first quarter break. It's the UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday, Class 6A, second round KHSAA State Football Tournament action on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium and Maxwell Field here at Male High School, honoring the veterans this week, Veterans Day this past Tuesday, and honoring all the veterans here in attendance. A good crowd on hand with this beautiful Friday night for Class 6A second round tournament action. And the flag immediately dropped.
Everybody's pointing at the other guy.
Side. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on both. What I saw was manual and male move at the same time. Now, I could be very wrong. I didn't see the origin, but it might be one of those. But no, they're going to call the false start on male, so it'll be 3rd and 6 here. Critical error again on 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to really have to be disciplined tonight. That's really important. Again, Mel's off to a decent start here, hitting on a lot of the keys. We got a red zone stop. Off to a decent start, and they're getting getting the ball in the hands of their key players early.
But 3 penalties, one that resulted a defensive hold on a 3rd and long for Manuel that resulted in a first down, a 15-yard unnecessary roughness. It was half the distance to the goal line. That didn't hurt. But this on 3rd and 1, now it's 3rd and 6. Williams in the pistol. Has Jefferson in motion, but they go right. And they find Davidson. And Davidson busts through a tackle. That's not Davidson. That's the bigger and faster. That's the number 9, Christian White, one of the captains. Christian White, the big bruising tight end, takes it and turns it upfield for a big gain. and a first down.
Yeah, Christian White, which is one of your superstars on the defensive side of the ball, but as you see, he can be a star on the offensive side. They hit him out in the flats, and he's a big target to get to the ground. I mean, I
don't want to bring him down.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 Crimsons that just kind of bounced off of him.
He gets out to the 44, crossing midfield. So 22-yard gain, or 21-yard gain on 3rd and 6. First down, Male, right hash for the Bulldogs. Jefferson in motion. Hand it off. Inside handoff. And I believe that was Davidson. He gets about a yard before he's met by 2 Crimson defenders and pushed back.
Yeah, he ran into a brick wall. That was a tough yard.
That was a quick one. Yeah, he hit that hole quickly, but it closed just as quickly. 2nd and 9, and you see what this Male team is doing almost every play, especially when it's near hash. Several players, especially the skill position players, come over with quarterback Williams to get the play.
Nice start by the Bulldogs. And again, we talked about this early. I love the pace. You know, we're not in any rush out here. Let's take our time. Let's get the play called, and let's execute.
I think Coach is going to let this clock run down, the play clock run down, and call a timeout. He has his team coming to the sideline, so when he takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll break. We'll come back. More second quarter action. Straight ahead, it's Manual, the rivalry in the second round of the KHSAA Class 6A playoffs. Stay with us on Glycod.
Not just not just blind.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, always one step ahead, and Lines Direct, your window decoration specialists.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium and Maxwell Field here at Male High School. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. And Dion, what a terrific start to this contest. Just about 14 minutes into the game and no score, but the Male Bulldogs, having tasted a 52-13 defeat just 2 weeks ago, coming out strong so far.
Yeah, you're sitting next to a proud Dion Reese. These Bulldogs have really showed up tonight to start this game.
Williams with the play action. He's going deep. He's got a man, and he's connected with that man at the 5, and there will be a flag, as that was a terrific pitch and catch. And there will be a flag on that hit. Will send Male half the distance to the goal line, but a big catch and throw. Finally, these quarterbacks with these big arms have connected downfield. That was Colin Jefferson with the reception, and he took a hit, and he walks off the field. He'll be tended to on the sideline, but that hit will give down at the 6 or 6.5. They'll go half the distance.
I was just about to say, I wouldn't count on either one of these quarterbacks continuing to overthrow wideouts. I mean, once these guys get open, I mean, they both have the ability. They got strong arms and the talent to drop it in the breadbasket.
They're bringing it back. Oh, he didn't catch it. So there was no catch. Okay. So it's a 15-yard mark-off from the 43. So that will go to the 28. So it was they ruled that no catch, incomplete pass.
So why are we advancing the ball?
Because unsportsmanlike personal foul.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
But I thought there was a catch there and no catch. It was incomplete as that hit. He took 2 hits at the same time.
He did, yeah.
From opposite sides. So for that to be a complete catch or a completed pass would have been a heck of an effort from Jefferson. Let's hope he's okay. Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the Crimson 28.
Yeah, great field position for the Bulldogs here.
Williams. And they go around the edge with that speed from
Davidson, and here comes a little bit of that rivalry, but no call.
I love it.
Dion Reese, you were part of this.
Yeah, I love it.
And it goes further than your 4 years of high school, doesn't it?
Of course.
In your profession as a business owner and such.
I was at the gym a couple days ago and saw a guy walk through in a Manual T-shirt. I thought about tackling him.
You still look like you could do it, pal. Probably run past him on the treadmill. It is 2nd and 9 from the Crimson 27. And Male doing exactly what you need to do, from 2 weeks prior to now, to make a difference. They're doing exactly what they need to do. And they take a timeout. We'll take another timeout as well. Be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field. Veterans Day this past week. Veterans honored here just a little bit ago by the PA announcer here at Male, and a nice crowd here on hand alongside Male legend Dion Reese. I'm Paul Najar, and Dion, we were just talking about how Male is doing what they need to do. How do you script an upset when you lost 52-13 2 weeks ago? This is how you do it, shorten that game.
This is here. Outside a couple of overthrown passes and penalties, this has been an excellent start for the Bulldogs.
Williams down the field again. He has his man, and there's an interference call. It was to Colin Jefferson once again. Jefferson gets dragged down before he had the ball in his hands, so incomplete pass. But that flag, pass interference, the call, and that'll be half the distance to the 13-yard line, I believe.
First of all, that offensive line of the Bulldogs is doing a great job, and that secondary of the Crimson is struggling a little bit. I think they're feeling the pressure of these athletes running around downfield. I've
just seen a few of their D-backs with the head in the backfield, and Dion, as a former player, you get a defender's head in the backfield, you got to win there. You're going to win that play. Down to the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And out of the pistol, it is Williams. Davidson to his left. Now he moves to the right. You got that 2 tight end bunch on the left. They're going to run right with Davidson, but he is swarmed right away, wrapped up, and taken down by Darian Allen, fine linebacker, the senior. 6 foot, 210-pound senior from the Crimson. Loss of 3 back to the 15.
Yeah, Darian's one of the leaders on that defense. He's got 28 tackles, coming into the game with 28 tackles. He was able to get in the backfield and stop Davison before he could get any momentum getting downfield.
And now, the Bulldogs regroup. They take their time. Bring in Jesse Jones, big tight end, along with Christian White. A couple of big bruisers out there to help this offensive line. See that from pro teams as well. There's a whistle on the field, and that will be the 3rd and final timeout from head coach Chris Wolf for his Male Bulldogs. And we're going to stay right here. And not bad usage. You want to get the most out of this possession. 2nd and 13. You can run, you can pass, but you want a productive play here. What do you go to?
I think I'm going to go with the pass. I'm going to keep Williams in the shotgun. I'm going to spread it out. They've got a ton of talent out there. Let one of my athletes see if we can get them open. And again, I've got a trust in Williams being able to get them the ball.
I mean, Christian White is an option. He showed up on that big 3rd and 6 for a 23-yard gain to get a first down early in this drive.
They've got several options out there, and you got a veteran quarterback. I'm going to count on Williams to just make a veteran decision and take care of the ball, and if somebody's open, I think he can get it to him. If not, I think he's going to make a play to, make sure that the Bulldogs have another down to try to give it another shot.
So, Williams out of the pistol at the 15. They're back. Whistle blown. He gets the snap, fakes a handoff left. He goes left, long pass over to the corner. He finds Colin Jefferson for the score.
Wow. That actually went from Christian White to Williams, and then he threw the ball to Jefferson.
There was a little bit of trickeration, and Chris Wolf is a master at it.
He is a master at it. And they got the Crimson on their heels. I mean, this is an awesome start for the Bulldogs. And, again, Chris Wolf should be happy with this start.
13-yard touchdown pass from Williams on the little handoff from Christian White. And the kick is up and good from Seth Henson. It's 7-0. 8:06 left in the first quarter. Mail up on Manual. 6A Class 6A second round state playoff action. UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. Stay with us.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Lycon.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium. Maxwell Field here at Male High School. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. Dion, what a terrific play design from that right hash to the left corner of the end zone.
I love that call. I mean, it looked like one of those plays you've been practicing all summer. You start in the summer, you're running it all, but you hadn't played it all year. You know what I mean? You pull it out right now, and the Bulldogs were able to strike with it.
Long kick from Seth Henson into the end zone, and that puts the Crimson at the 20. Let's see how they respond. This will be their second possession. And Dion, just their second possession, 8:06 left in the second quarter.
It's been a textbook game call by Chris Wolf. I mean, again, he's taking his time. Everything is methodical. They're mixing it up, the run and the pass. And again, we see the trick play there at the for the touchdown. And this Male Bulldog defense has been playing a solid game. I mean, this is an explosive manual offense, and they haven't got on the board yet.
With just their second possession, Manual on their first missed a 40-yard field goal, but there they go, right up the middle, the shifty hips, the quick feet, and the finish, 12-yard gain right up the middle.
Yeah, they can run it right at you. They can keep it simple. I mean, they got so much size and so much speed on that manual offense. I mean, again, any single play, they can take it to the house.
12 yards on first down. They're out to the 32. Caden Mack in this pistol. He hands it off left and around left end. There's a nice surge, and that's the one thing they do so well. They fall forward repeatedly, and that's Jerry and Trainer for 7 yards.
Oh yeah, no, this manual offense it's a machine. I mean, they hike the ball, and here comes the yards, and they got about 2 or 3 guys that are just prolific back there with just running the ball.
Coach Eckloff and his manual Crimson. That offensive line so strong that he's built up the past 2 years. Straight snap. Mack looking. Here comes the blitz. He's going to get sacked. And that's Courtney. Was that number 4 or was that Courtney Jones?
Courtney Jones, another one of those two-way athletes. I mean, he's big on offense, but that time he was able to get some pressure on Mack and get him to the ground. That was a huge play for this Bulldog defense.
The junior, number 4, he traps him back for a 6-yard loss. It's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, again, man, another good defensive stand on this series so far for the Bulldogs.
Got to play clean. They've got 3 wide receivers left. Man coverage by the Bulldogs.
Big third down for the Crimson.
Mack Looking. He's going to straight drop, and there it could be. Picked off? No, it's a catch.
Wow.
Oh, it went right under the arm of Braden Fields, and the catch.
And he was all over
Miles? Yeah, Braylon Miles, number 14. He went down to get it.
That's a great catch by that young man, and what a great throw. I can't believe he even got that in there. I don't see how he got that in there.
He just got it in under the hand of Braden Fields, who was stride for stride with him, thought he might be able to get it. Might have gone through his hands, who knows. But from our vantage point, first down for the Crimson across midfield at the Male 49, and that run stopped before it got started.
Yeah, nice pressure by the defensive front of the Bulldogs to be able to get the running back down there.
That's
in the backfield.
Trainer. That was
Trainer again.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's tough to get him to the ground. So kudos to the Male Bulldogs defense on
just
that play.
Just a 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9, 5.5 minutes to go, second quarter. In a game, just you couldn't ask, if you're the Bulldogs fan, a better opportunity for you. And there's Trainer again, right side this time. He had a head of steam, gained 5 before he was brought down at the 43. It'll be 3rd and 4.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He had a head of steam, and it looks dangerous. I'm like, whoa, I see him get about 2 or 3 steps in a row when nobody touches him.
And the linebacker came around, had to corral him and wrangle him down.
Again, like you said, not a huge guy, but man, he's got a mix
motor.
Of speed and strength. Man, he's a tough back to get to the ground.
Mailing that man-to-man and 2 manual receivers out left, but they go right, and that jet sprint off the right side by Presley, Jeremy Presley, I believe, just enough for the first down, just got about half a yard beyond the marker. So 1st and 10 from the 38 of the Male Bulldogs for the Manual Crimson.
Yeah, that Crimson 1-2 punch is tough to deal with. I mean, you find yourself in a in a little bit of a hole, handed to those guys a couple plays in a row.
But scoring at a premium. Male up 7-0, 4:20 to go in this second quarter. Mack looking, straight drop down the middle. Oh, and only where his guy could get it. Right over the hands. These Male defenders are playing right up on him.
I'm not sure you could play much better defense. I mean, he was right there. I mean, and just the confidence of Mack to even throw that pass.
And that's a real hummer there he's throwing. He put some zip on that, did Mack. 1st and 10 at the 15 for the Crimson.
Yeah, he's got 20 touchdowns this year. I mean, that's huge.
He has the arm. Caden Mack in the pistol. He goes right up the middle and sacked back. 4-yard loss is Jeremy Presley.
Yeah, nice stop by Jeremy Presley. He was able to get to the Presley was running the ball, but the Bulldogs in the backfield and get him down for a loss. And and here we are in that red zone again. Let's see if that Bulldog defense can step up and get another stop.
Manual had 1st and goal at the 9, and on their first down play in the first quarter, they snapped it well over the head of Mack. He had to retreat back to the 29 to get it, and ended up having to try a 40-yard field goal. Couldn't do it. There's Trainer around the right side. He's got the edge. He's got the 1st. He's got the 6. No, he's out of bounds at the 2, or maybe closer, inside the 2-yard line. What speed. No, they got him down at the 2. They pushed him out. What speed around that right edge. 13-yard gain for Trainer.
Yeah, he's got some wheels. I mean, when he turns that corner, I mean, it's a foot race, and it could get dangerous for you.
And now they're playing pace, but they've got a receiver wide left. Oh, he wasn't set. That might be. And there is a 3-yard loss. Pushing him back is the middle of that Bulldog D. One of those guys was Christian White right there.
Yeah, Christian White showing up on both sides of the ball early in this game, making some big plays, and that was a big play by the Bulldog defense.
Loss of 2, 2nd and goal from the 4.
Such a tough job trying to keep these Crimson team out of the end zone.
So many weapons.
Yes.
And they fake that run left, go right with Trainer, but he is trapped down at the 1. Didn't see if he could stretch that ball across the goal line. He could not. 3-yard gain.
Yeah, was not able to get it in there.
And they're going pace again. So line them up quick and be ready. No timeouts left for Mill in this half. Under 2 minutes to play. Mack keeps it. He is met at the 1, and he dives ahead, drags in the defenders for the touchdown. 2-yard run, Caden Mack, with 1:48 to go in this second quarter.
Yeah, he gets it in the shotgun, and I thought they were going to give it to Preslap. Everybody did, but he fakes it to him and he keeps it himself and runs it in for the touchdown. Much needed score for the Crimson.
Crimson, Cooper Bohm. Bohm with the... Jackson Pritz, sorry. He is the backup quarterback and kicker. Jackson Pritz, number 17. With the kick, and it is good. And we are tied at 7 here. 1:48 to go. The second quarter will return with the end of the second quarter action on Glycod.
You want the right agents for your real estate? Choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And the kick from Pritz sent that one deep. So the wind has picked up just a little, but probably breezy from 5 to 10 miles an hour, but Pritz got his leg into that one.
Yeah, I think he almost put that one in the parking lot.
This beautiful new field at Male High School, old DuPont Manual Stadium. I love that neighborhood, right in the middle of the neighborhood here in Germantown. It is so awesome to have a treasure like that. Held so many big games through the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, Louisville football as well on the college level. And just so good to see the facelift and the heads lift along with it when these fields get done. Male, first down run on the outside at their 20. Davidson gets about 8 or 9. Again, no timeouts left. But I think Coach Chris Wolf would be happy to take a 7-7 draw into halftime.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the Bulldogs have looked great, actually, on both sides of the ball. You know, they're able to move the ball. They're mixing it up. They're running the ball. They're being able to pass the ball downfield. The defense has had a solid first half. He should be happy with this game so far. Never, ever seen Chris Wolf team so deliberate on offense, taking time, making sure they know their assignments, making sure they know what to do. One of the things they want to do is keep the ball out of the hands of that Crimson offense as Davidson goes ahead. Was there a whistle? And the offensive coaches for Male were running downfield. No whistle, no whistle. There might have been one that we didn't hear, but the fans didn't hear it either, and neither did the coaches. So that 2-yard gain gets them the first down under a minute to play in this first half. Yeah, Dion, you take your shot here? Why not? Why not? You know, maybe we get a call. I don't think. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Yeah, I'm taking a shot.
They got that first down. They got the first down.
We got the veteran quarterback. We got weapons. You know, Williams has got an extremely strong arm.
And they've had guys open downfield. 20 seconds. Jordan Williams. And here it goes. The wheel right down the right side. That's got to. Oh, wow. There was contact downfield, but I think the official was explaining to Colin Jefferson a little overthrown.
Yeah, right. He wasn't going to be able to get to it regardless. So
13.1 to play here in the first half. A well-executed game plan by head coach Chris Wolf and his male Bulldogs. Coach Keith Eckloff and his Manual Crimson have had the ball twice in the first half. Male has had it 3 times. I've never seen anything like it in a high school game.
Oh, man, this is textbook. Like you said, just very methodical and, taking their time and make sure they keep that offense of the Crimson off the field.
And there is a timeout by Coach Eckloff, and he will bring his defense to the sideline.
Yeah,
So we'll stay here. And, Dion, I've never seen anything. I'm going to talk to Jason Frakes, longtime Courier-Journal high school sports writer here at halftime. I have a feeling he has never seen anything like this either. All the games, 3 possessions for one team and 2 for the other in one half. That is something.
Textbook.
That's how you design the upset, right? Shorten that game, give yourself every opportunity to win.
Well, it's one thing to come up with the game plan. It's another to come out here and actually execute it, And tonight on this first half so far, the Bulldogs are executing the game plan.
And let's be honest, what Manual was able to do in that first drive, they drove the field, and they get down 1st and goal at the 9, and that one snap that sailed well over the head of quarterback Caden Mack, he had to retreat 20 yards, downed it at the 29. They have 2nd and goal from the 29. They don't get anything. They only end up getting about 5 yards on 3rd down, so it was a 40-yard field goal attempt that Steron Davidson came around the edge, got a hand on it, no good on the field goal.
Again, just a solid start for the Bulldogs. Looks like they might take another shot here.
13 seconds, they give it to Davidson. He runs up the middle, and he is quickly brought down by Corday Bowler at linebackers. So we'll go to the half, tied at 7. The male Bulldogs looking to pull off the big upset here at Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field at Male High School in the second round of the 6A KHSAA State Football Playoffs. Tied at 7. We'll be back with our UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday halftime programming when we return on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up. How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field here at Male High School. It's the Male Bulldog 7. The DuPont Manual Crimson 7. And tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big hat, white hat, sent you. We have scores from around the region. In Class 6A, St. X 29, Bullitt East 0 early in the second quarter. Also 6A, Trinity 14 over Simon Kenton, 4:29 in the first. Ballard and Ryle tied at 7 early in the first. And in Class 5A, Fairdale up 21-0 over Butler in the second. And in 4A, it's Franklin County 7, Valley 0, 6:58 in the first. And in 3A, it's Christian Academy 7. Christian Academy, one of the best teams in the state, regardless of classification, over DeSales 7-0, 7:21 left in the first. That's tonight's scoreboard presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. We're going to take a break. I'll come back. Talk to Dion Reese about this outstanding first half for Male and what the Bulldogs will have to do to keep it going, but also what Manual will need to do to complete some drives and get some points on the board. Stay with us. More to come on your UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday halftime program.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium here at Maxwell Field Male High School. It is the UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday, Class 6A, second round action. The Male Bulldogs and the DuPont Manual Crimson, the 144th edition of this rivalry game that dates back to 1893. And it's 7-7 here at the half, and alongside Male legendary football player Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. Dion, couldn't script it any better for the homestanding Bulldogs.
You could not. I mean, and I couldn't be more proud of the Bulldogs, you know, to be able to bounce back from, again, the spanking they took a couple of weeks ago. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the keys to victory, you know, start fast, let your stars shine, you know, good red zone defense, and they're doing all of those things. So, and then showing on the scoreboard, they're 7-7 at halftime.
And along with that, you know, you're talking about a 52-13 win for Manual 2 weeks ago on Halloween night. Crazy stuff happens on a full moon, right? Full moon night, Halloween, craziness going on. The Bulldogs just, you know, they had a couple of plays that they couldn't convert, you know, couldn't complete a couple passes that would have been big plays, and then the second quarter got away from them, and it was downhill from there. But Manual, to create doubt in high school players, that's a big deal, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Again, that's why I said, you know, I felt like the Bulldogs needed to get out and get some momentum going early, and they've done that. And I'm looking at the keys for the Crimson, and, you know, I felt like they needed to win in the trenches on both sides. They're not doing that right now. Not that they haven't had any wins, but they're not dominating at all.
Yes.
You know, so, and even Mac, I mean, he has had a solid game, but he hadn't just gone crazy like he has the ability to do.
That first possession, which ended in a missed field goal or a blocked field goal attempt, in particular, where he had two guys wide open that he overthrew by a significant amount. Maybe a little nerves.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that tonight from both sides, and now I wouldn't count on that. You know, these both of these secondaries better tighten it up, and again, just looking at my third key, you know, was for them to get the Crimson to get some pressure on the Male quarterback, and they really haven't done that tonight. Jordan Williams has been fairly comfortable back there, and done a good job of delivering the football tonight.
They had one sack in that first half, but not much else. And like he said, like Dion said, you couldn't ask for a better script in that first half for the Male Bulldogs. We're going to take our last halftime break. When we return, we'll have our German American Bank scoring summary and set you up for second half action. This is the UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. It's Class 6A second round tournament action for the KHSAA State Football Tournament. We'll return. Stay with us on Glycod.
Ace Hardware is more than a store, a proud community partner. They're the place for answers to your home repair or improvement questions. Mention this ad and receive a refilled propane tank for $19.99. Visit the helpful Miller's Ace folks at any of their 4 Louisville locations: Preston Highway and Gilmore Lane, St. Matthews, Taylor Boulevard, or the West End. And remember to download the Ace Hardware app for rewards when you shop.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something at school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday here on Glycod. It is 6A second round KHSAA State Tournament football action, tied at 7. Now for a look at tonight's first half scoring from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. 8:06 of the second quarter. The male Bulldogs, a little trickeration, a snap to tight end Christian White, who handed it off to quarterback Jordan Williams, who found Colin Jefferson, wide receiver, on a post corner, 13 yards for the touchdown. The extra point from Seth Henson was good, 7-0. Then, a minute 48 left in the second quarter. Manuel, a long drive for the Crimson, results in a 2-yard touchdown run from Caden Mack, and the extra point from Jackson Pritz knotted the score at 7-7, and that is a look at tonight's first half scoring from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Alongside Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar, and Dion, that first half was quite an exhibition. When you follow 14 days ago a 52-13 loss with a performance like this in the first half, what was the key to that male performance in the first half, especially that offense just slowing down the game and keeping Manuel off the field?
Well, first off, I gotta, shout out and salute Coach Wolf for the game plan. I mean, he's really put together an excellent game plan. And then number two, you got to get your guys ready. It's one thing to put a game plan together, but it's another to come out and execute it like the Bulldogs have tonight. So, they have a game plan in place. These guys are obviously ready, and they're executing.
Yeah, they're executing quite well. You've covered 4 or 5 Bulldogs games this year, and you notice something on offense that they're doing differently. Just talk about that for a minute.
Well, I mean, it seems like most of the season, and this can be typical for the Bulldogs, they're going to get you out there. They're going to spread you out, you know what I mean? And then they're going to, try to get some of their athletes open in the, just get them the ball in the open field. And tonight they've kind of closed things down a little bit. They've been running this offense with these double wings, and not just any wings. I was just making a note. We got Jesse Jones out here. He's 230. I've seen Christian Wright back there. He's 220. And I think those guys are just not only providing some big targets for Williams in case he need them, but a little bit of extra protection and some blocking for Davison when they're handing him the ball.
It doesn't seem like Manuel has had a lot of trouble with that, but it's been different. They're having enough of a change they're seeing something different.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
And something different is working so far for Mayo.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, and you need to have the athletes, but it takes a coach like Coach Wolf to have. I mean, he's got a whole package that no one has seen. It's the playoffs. It's a new season. You don't have any film on this. You got to figure it out in real time. And the Manual defense is struggling to do that right now.
Well, let's see how they respond and your and your take on the Crimson, a prolific offense. Look, they've had two possessions, and both of those possessions started deep in their own territory. And, the first one ends up with a missed field goal, the blocked field goal, and or at least deflected, and the second one ends up in a touchdown. What do you say? What do you say to your team when you got to come out in the second half? You get the ball first. What do you want to do?
If I'm the Crimson, Manual Crimson, I'll let the guys know to remind them of who we are, what we've done this year, and we're averaging 40 points a game, and we're capable of that. If you take away a couple of mistakes, the Crimson has probably got a couple of more touchdowns on the board. So, and hopefully the Bulldogs understand that as well. They've got a monster out there they're going against. This could break open and get nasty in the second half.
Well, teams taking the field after a little extra time from halftime. You heard that preview of the second half from Dion Reese, and the Crimson will receive this kickoff for the last, I don't know how many years. I want to say 10. Mail has had exceptional special teams. Exceptional. Kickers, punters, and coverage men. They get after you. See what they do on this kick. Henson kicking into a slight breeze, probably 5 to 10 miles an hour. You see the goalpost flags blowing right into the face of the Bulldogs. And he gets it down to the 1. Picked up there. Out over the 20, up the middle, 30, 40, out to the 45, and a blaze of speed, and a tackle there with a penalty and a face mask. That's going to take it from the 45 across midfield to the Mail 40.
Yeah, great start for the Crimson, and I was just about to say it's going to be really important in a 7-7 game to try to come out and build some momentum early.
A huge get. It was incidental face mask, so a 5-yard penalty. So midfield is where the Crimson start.
Yeah, any other time, Henson is kicking that through the back of the end zone. But
that wind got
faced a little bit of wind that time, yeah.
The wind held it up. And there's first down. Mack hands it up the middle. And only after a yard, it's Trainer getting pushed back.
Yeah,
And that was Jeremiah Priest, number 57, getting that one.
Yeah, if I hadn't seen these stats on Manual, I just don't see it here right now. This Bulldog defense is doing a great job. Yeah,
but you're not seeing enough of it.
Right.
You only had 2 possessions. It's unheard of. 5 offensive possessions in the first half, 3 for Mail, 2 for Manual, and Manual trying to take the lead here at midfield, just over midfield, and there's the sack of Caden Mack.
More pressure by the Bulldogs. Just a great game so far by this Bulldog defense. I'm really proud of just the way the effort that they're showing and being able to get into the backfield and cause havoc back there for Crimson.
It's inspiring to see what young kids, the resiliency of high school kids, to take a 52-13 result 2 weeks ago in this rivalry game and to come out this way when they just did not have the same energy pregame as Manual. Caden Mack turns left. He goes deep. He's got a man. He's connected with that man. And that almost stepped through the tackle, but a touchdown-saving tackle of Latarian Spencer. I believe that was number 10.
I believe
for the first down at the 15.
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
He's connected with Latarian Spencer a couple of times tonight, and that time there was, again, he was a shoestring from a touchdown. And
that was a 34 yards from the 47. It was a 3rd and 13, and they get the first down. They're at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Mack hands it off. Trainer right side. He gets a block, gets 2, and he gets ahead across the 10 for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, they handed the Trainer across the right-hand side, and again, he's been running hard all night and able to get a decent gain on that play. And these Crimson, Manual Crimson, are tough in this red zone.
Wow, they got did they get 5 yards on that? Yes, he did. So 2nd and 5 from the 9. Mack with Trainer behind him. He fakes. It's a roll right. It's an option right. Great stutter step. And Mack gets pushed out at about the 5 or 6.
I like that. Run out there running the option. I like that.
After initial up the gut fake, that's some creativity there.
Yeah, and a nice, he ran that very well. Really made a good decision and kept it, and that could actually be dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that again.
And now he takes a snap, hands it off, up the middle, and I believe that one was Presley.
That was Presley, yeah.
Did he
Presley
get the first down? He did. 1st and goal at about the 2.5.
Yeah, Crimson going to get 4 shots from about 2.5 yards. Bulldogs going to need to get some pressure up front if they want to try to keep this offense out of the end zone.
They got to collapse that middle of the defense. They got to push them back. Center guard combos for Manuel been so tough this year. That snap, fake, and the quick slant for the touchdown. Mack completes it.
I like the call too. They faked the run. He just, Mack hits him on the slant and Crimson back in the end zone.
Just well executed, professional, clinical, 3 minutes and 7 seconds down the field after a terrific kick return from the 1 out to the 45 with a little incidental face mask, put Manuel at the 50 yards in 3 minutes, 7 seconds. 3-yard touchdown pass, and Pritz puts it up. It is good. We're going to take a break. 14-7. DuPont Manual Crimson lead the male Bulldogs here on your UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. Stay with us on Glycod.
Ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy and Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field. 14-7, Manuel takes the lead on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Caden Mack to Braylon Miles. 14-7, and you see the huge leg of Jackson Pritz. We are blessed to have 2 of the best kickers in the state here in this contest. Pritz just kicked another one out of the end zone, Dion.
And he does have a huge leg, but he's got a decent little wind behind his back as well on that one. So, the Manual Crimson showing you, the offense showing you exactly why you need to try to keep them off the field on that last drive. Really well put together drive by that offense.
So now let's see if the Bulldogs offense can continue its winning ways or its positive results that they've had. So at the 20, what do we got? We've got an official stoppage of play to move the ball to the right hash mark.
Officials seem to be doing a solid job tonight.
Yeah. Nobody more creative than Chris Wolf. When they move the ball hash mark to hash mark, he's got all kinds of crazy fun plays drawn up. Jordan Williams all the way at quarterback so far. He hands it off up the middle. Davidson gets stuffed at the middle after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, he tries to get up the middle, but again, he runs right into that Crimson wall.
About 1.5 yards for Davidson. 2nd and long, 8. But again, take your time. It was a 3-minute, 7-second drive for the DuPont Manual Crimson. 3rd and 13, big play to Latarian Spencer. that netted about 34 yards on that 3rd and 13 to give Manuel plumb field position at the Bulldogs 14 and then took it in from there. There is Williams. He finds an inside receiver, and he shakes free from a tackle out across the 30 to the 31. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, William lines up in the shotgun like we so often see him do, and I couldn't see who that was that brought it in. Looked like they may have ran maybe a curl route, but he was able to hit him. He broke a tackle and got a first down for the Male Bulldogs. Maybe Kamara Young. I'm not sure who that was. I couldn't catch his number.
It could have been 8. It was one of the smaller guys, and Kamara Young is 5'7" receiver. Young out of the slot. He picked that up on a little curl route. It was a 10-yard gain for a first down. And here on first down from the 31, it's Davidson. He gets the handle, and he's met in the hole by Corey Fitch, I believe.
Yeah, not much there from Davidson. I'm just realizing I hadn't seen any Tyson Kinzel tonight.
Yeah, that's an odd little. He's had some real success running the football. He's a undersized quarterback, very quick. He might prove something. He might be holding him back a little late here. Kamari Young checks back in, and Sean Solomon, a tight end, checks out.
Okay, I shouldn't make the Kamari Young mistake anymore. He's got the pink towel, so that's kind of standing out with that.
On the left hash, Williams dumps it off left side to Davis. That's a run down the left sideline. He's got the 50. He's got the 40. Cuts inside the tackler. He is brought down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Wow. That's the second time we've seen that play. We saw that
25. Yes.
Yeah, we saw that early in the first half. I mean, they just send Christian White out there to the flat, throw the screen to him, and he just takes off.
Love the call. White with a full head of steam, and he gets brought down at the 25-yard line. He's marked.
And at 5'11", 220 pounds, when he gets a head of steam rolling up.
That's a bulldog.
Yes, he's not one to step in front of.
No, they got him from behind as he went down the sideline, cut back inside to avoid a tackle, and got an extra about 10, 15 yards down to the 25. 1st and 10, and the Bulldogs under 6 minutes in this third quarter, taking their time, deliberate. It's almost like the old North Carolina basketball four-corner offense, Dion. Just turn the clock to your favor. Quick out, right side. That's Jefferson. Jefferson evades the tackle, and a big positive first down. Just a 4-yard gain, but it's a positive first down, or a first down gain.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely, I like the call. They're mixing it up.
3.
Yeah, they're mixing it up. And again, just try to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers in some open field and see what they can do.
A little less predictable from several of those up-the-gut calls on first down that they've run.
Yeah,
And
Coach Wolf calling a great game tonight.
Jordan Williams back into the huddle. He's got Christian White in the backfield next to him. This is from around the area where they threw that post corner, snapped it right to White. But they give it to Williams. He fakes it to White, and Williams can't evade the big pass rush from Corday Bowler. 6'2", 220-pound senior linebacker. Bowler brings down Williams for the sack. Loss of 8 back to the 30.
Yeah, that was a win for Manuel in the trenches. And again, we're able to get some pressure. And Jordan Williams, again, we talked about this earlier. He's got to know he needs to get rid of that ball. He's not going to have that much time with this sort of a defensive front he's up against.
We know Seth Henson has a big leg, as does Jackson Pritz. But Henson, into this wind, you would think that they need to get about 10 yards to be comfortable, something less than 40 yards. Right now it will be a 47, 48-yarder. Williams fakes the handoff left. He's got a man left side. That's Davidson. Davidson can't get the catch, but it looked almost like he was tackled as he was trying to come back for it. But very, very tightly covered was Steron Davidson
Yeah, they actually faked it to Davison, and then he continues up the field down the sideline.
It wasn't exactly a wheel route, but
yeah,
it was similar, akin to that type of.
Yeah, very close to it, and looked like Williams made a good throw, but just not able to connect with Davison on that pass.
Davidson tried to come back for it, but the defender in the way, and now they're going to have a decision here. Go for it on 4th down, take a timeout, kick a field goal, or punt.
Looks like they're going for it here.
They are. And they're going to call a timeout. They had a really wide formation, 4 wides. So timeout, Male, 4 minutes to go. Let's take a break. We'll return in 30. Stay with us on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back. It's the KHSAA Class 6A second round of the tournament, of the state tournament. These two rivals, Male and Manual, clashing. It's Manual 14, Male 7. It's a big 4th down play from the 30. It's a 4th and 15, Dion Reese. You had success twice with Christian White on that little flare pass out to the flat. Manuel's got to be expecting that, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going down there. I think I'm going to try to get one of my skill guys. I see Davison at the top of the screen. Maybe try to get him downfield and see if he can get open.
Colin Jefferson, 3 wide right, 1 left. A much different formation than they've shown all night. Blocking is there. Williams puts it up, and he gets his man down at the 1. Down the middle. What a completion.
Wow.
They called it complete or incomplete? They say no.
Oh, wow.
One official said yes, and one said no, as did another. So they came in, incomplete pass. The ball popped out of the hands of the receiver there coming off the field with the towel.
That's Kamara Young, I believe.
Young.
Yeah, he's got the pink towel, yeah.
That's a tough one.
Great call. Williams put it right where it needed to be, but Kamari couldn't bring it in. I'm not sure I don't know if a defender got a hand on it, but he just wasn't able to bring that one in.
3:52 to go in the third quarter. A tough result there on that 4th and 15 from the 30.
That was a game-changing play there. Yeah, we'll have to remember that one.
Yes, indeed. And here is the Crimson. Caden Mack hands it off right up the middle for 5 yards on 1st down. Jeremy Presley, the junior, speedy, big, 6 foot, 190. He's impressed me all year, but not to shy away from Jerian Trainer, who has had a magnificent season.
Yeah, he's probably at 3,000 career yards as we speak.
But he loses 5 right there. Jerian Trainer, just a quick burst through that offensive line by the Bulldogs. They trap Trainer down for a 4-yard loss. It's 3rd and 9 from the 31.
This is a big 3rd down for the Bulldog defense. Hopefully they can step it up and try to recover this ball and get it back into the hands of their offense.
Man coverage out wide on the left side. 3rd and 9. Mack has had some success. He puts it in the air. He finds his guy, but he overthrows. And that was like just a little bit of a mix-up from Latarian Spencer and Caden Mack.
Like they almost had some double coverage on him. He was covered pretty well, and that was a tough pass from Mack, and Bulldog defense able to make a stop there and give the offense another shot at it.
It's only been about a little over a minute for that possession from the Crimson, and now they will be back to punt from their own 31.
We talked about this earlier. Lots of dangerous return guys for the Bulldogs, so you got to watch them in the open field.
Great kick. 1 bounce at the 28, and that keeps going to bounce and bounce and bounce inside the 15 to the 12. Thought he should have taken that one on the 1 hop, but he let it go. No need for any turnovers, but now you're backed up around your own 13.
Yeah, that was tough. Ideally, you'd make a fair catch, then, give your team a little bit better.
That line drive kick from the 31. That's a 19, 29, 39, 49, 56-yard punt.
Wow, another game changer.
Well, you got 14 and a half minutes to go, Dion Reese. 14:31, 2:31 here in the third quarter and 12 in the fourth. Bulldogs get it right back on offense. They have made Manual play a lot of defense.
They have. And again, they've had some success tonight, so hopefully they can continue to move the ball down the field. They're going to need to get a score here.
Chunk play early, Dion. Might that be the call? No, it is. Davidson up the middle. He finds a gap. He gets 6. He gets 7. He gets 8. He gets 9. They're going to blow the whistle here just across the 20. Nope, he doesn't get 9. He gets about... they're going to stop him after about a gain of 6.5, 7 yards. Nice first down.
Yeah, nice first down. That's about the 5th or 6th time I've seen them wrap up Davidson but not be able to get him to the ground. You know what I mean? He's running hard out there tonight. Really showing some heart.
2nd and 3 from the 16. They got to get just beyond the 18, almost to the 19 for the first down. So long 2 here on 2nd down. And again, this male Bulldog offense, deliberate in their taking time off the clock. They come to the line in the pistol. Jordan Williams. That tight formation. Looks like a little offside might have been there, but he skirts away from a potential sack. Williams finds his man at the 35 and across the 40 to the 42. And who is it? Christian White once again.
Again, like I said, we're used to him. We see him on offense, but normally he's holding a lot of the weight down on the defensive side. But he's having a huge night catching the ball for the Bulldogs.
His 3rd catch, and that one was for 19. His 3rd catch is, and he's probably has over 80 yards in receptions.
Yeah, he's got to be close to that for sure. And I'm like you, I thought the Crimson might have got a little bit of an early start, but there was no call there.
No call, and but it was great to see Williams duck underneath that defender and keep his feet, put a bullet on a dime to Christian White.
Yeah, benefit of having a veteran quarterback in there for the Bulldogs.
And Williams up the middle, they go again. And this time, is it White again? Christian White, 10 yards to midfield.
I believe so.
Christian White having a night, but he comes up lame. His left leg. Hopefully it's just a cramp, and it looks like it's the case. He was hobbling. Now he's got his leg straight.
Yeah.
And after the big gain in the early in this third quarter, and then another one just now, and playing both ways, you can see how easy it is for a young man to cramp up like that. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 30 seconds. Stay with us on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium at Maxwell Field here at Male High School. The Bulldogs trailing the arch rival DuPont Manual Crimson 14-7 as Christian White, fine two-way player for the Bulldogs, being tended to for looks like cramping issues. Want to remind everyone, if you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform, or if you have a programming idea, just drop us a note at info@glycod.com.
Christian White back up.
Stirring the crowd with their cheers.
Yeah, that young man showing a lot of heart. There's just a senior who understands what's on the line and the how big of a deal this is out here tonight right now. It's now or never.
At midfield, Male with the first down. There is Williams looking. The big arm. He throws it downfield. Is it picked? It is caught. They called a catch out of bounds, and oh boy, Colin Jefferson just shaking his head as if, hey, I caught that one, sir.
Yeah.
But
A lot of Bulldogs. I couldn't tell if he was at inbounds or not, but
again, one of those balls. He had a guy wide open about 10 yards in the flat, but he just couldn't see him with that pass rush. Good job to evade it. Williams now 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at midfield. 34 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, solid job by Williams evading the sack there and being able to get the ball downfield and give Colin Jefferson a shot at it.
2nd and 10 here. Right hash, Williams out of the pistol. And there's Kinsley. He was just, he faked it there, Kinsel, and that pass, thought there was a little contact early, but incomplete to Jefferson on the curl.
Yeah, I did see Kinsel in the backfield lined up there. It's been pretty quiet that night. Normally they get the ball in his hands a few times early in the game. I'm not sure what that's about.
And whatever you want to say about Kinsel, one thing you will say is he got quick feet. Tyson Kinsel, number 10 for the Bulldogs, has played some quarterback, played some running back for him, and he is lined up again. 3rd and 10 in motion. Jefferson right to left. Williams flips it out to Kinsel. He's got a blocker. Can he get down the sideline? He gets 5, 6, and pushed out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. But 4th and 4 in plus territory. Huge call here for Coach Wolf and the Bulldogs.
This is a huge call, but, Coach Wolf is a vet. You know what I mean? He's got a ton of, plays in his back pocket. He's ready for this.
I would say in his prior 15 years, this is a no-doubter going for it.
Oh, for sure.
But here tonight, under these circumstances, he's got his team huddled up near him, probably take another timeout with 22.2 seconds left in the quarter. He has an official near him, and the official calling off, and they do call the timeout. Chris Wolf calls the timeout. So we'll take a break here, another third quarter break. We'll see this 4th and 4 when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium at Maxwell Field here at Male High School. Alongside Male legend Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. You were just pointing down in the field, Dion.
Oh, really? Christian White, he's out on he's on the track there. They're trying to get him loose. He's been huge tonight. Yeah, we need to get him back out on the field.
Trying to get those cramps undone or whatever is going on down there. Get him right and get him back on the field, because I have a feeling that this might be the play where, you add him to the mix. So after that timeout, the Bulldogs bring a bunch of personnel on late, and they're going to punt.
They are going to punt.
Henson back in punt formation from the 44. It's got to be, I'm just thinking there may be a fake and nothing doing. It's just a nice punt up in the air. It's going to bounce at the 15, bounce sideways inside the 15. The 13 touched down at the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Manual Crimson with 11.4 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that last pass that they threw to Kinsel, that's that same one they've been throwing to White all night.
Yes.
Yep, just getting them open in the flats and, letting them take off down the field.
So the Crimson here will have one play, maybe more here at the end of the third quarter. Terrific chess match here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes, I like the punt call, actually. Great punt.
I just, and to have 5 possessions in the first half, 3 for Male and 2 for Manual. Unbelievable presence. That one, the first short pass from Caden Mack, he was looking for a deep end from Noah Price and couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, Noah Price was actually open underneath. He just threw it short on him, yeah.
It looked like he had just enough pressure around him that he shortened up that stride maybe, gunned it low. 6.4 to go. probably the last play of the half, pending penalties or an out-of-bounds run. Up the middle they go, and it was open there, but closed up quickly by the Bulldogs defense. It's a gain to the 15, so it'll be 3rd and 8 when we return here to start the fourth quarter. It is Manual 14 and Male 7. Folks, you're not going to want to miss this fourth quarter. 6A second round playoff action. Male and Manual looking to advance. Stay with us on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field. It's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. DuPont Manual Crimson from their 15, 3rd and 8. They go deep. He's got a man, does Caden Mack, but he can't find the connection. 4th and 8. And Manual will be forced to punt alongside male legendary football player Dion Reese. I am Paul Najar, and Dion, the defense for the Bulldogs is doing its job tonight.
They really are, even though Darian Cole had actually gotten behind the defense on that play, and Mack just wasn't able to connect with him.
4th down now. They are back to punt. Pritz, the kicker, will stand back 14 yards from the line of scrimmage, which is the 16. He gets it. And that one into the wind, low, off the male up man, and did they fall on it? They did. Wow, he gained 7 or 8 yards on that. He fell on it at the 50, did not want it bouncing again.
He called for the fair catch, dropped it, and was able to get back to it.
So they'll move it back to where it was muffed, I believe, or
let's see what they're doing with this one.
Where it was muffed or where it was picked up. I think it was muffed at about the 49 or 40. Yeah. Well, they give it to him at the 47. I think that was more like closer to the 50, but hey, they'll take it. Do the Bulldogs. They are at the 47, a 31-yard net punt for the Bulldogs. Great field position.
Yeah, great field position. We got Christian White back on the field. It looks like he's moving pretty good out there.
Christian White in the backfield right next to Williams.
Bulldogs got about 500 pounds of football player back there right now with 220 and 230.
And what's the call here? Illegal motion. Tough one to start this drive. Yeah. Boy, those little penalties add up.
They sure do, especially at this point in the football game. Yeah, Bulldogs still in a good position here. They've been playing some solid football on offense, and
they have been. This is the making of an upset right here. Down 7 in the fourth quarter, and how they didn't see that was a jump clean. It looked like a clean offside call, but Williams connects outside. Look, I don't doubt that those Manual guys are quick. They are getting the cadence down and getting that edge very quickly on this defense.
That was another close one. I mean, again, they got 7 officials out there. Nobody called it, so I'm going to take for granted that it wasn't offsides. But he got a really good jump. And
they've been seeing it at field level, so they know what he's doing, and they know or what they are doing, and they also know what that male cadence is like. That Manual defense almost getting to Williams, but that connection for 13 yards sets, I guess that was 11 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the Manual 41. Williams, inside handoff. It goes to Davidson. Davidson gets stopped at the 38. He gets pushed forward for a first down.
Man, yeah.
Down to the 35-yard line.
Another tough run by Davidson again. Like he's running the ball, and it's like they can't get him to the ground. They're making contact, and he's just driving his legs.
It's almost as if he's told his teammates, listen, when one guy gets me, you guys come wrap me up and push my butt forward. And that's what they're doing. He was stopped short of the first down, but they pushed him forward for another 3-4 yards. 1st and 10 at the 35 by the Bulldogs. This Manual team playing tough. They look like they look like a winning ball club. It's just they've got to get the opportunity to make those winning plays right now. Male Bulldogs trying to tie this score. Williams looking, his flick out to the left, batted down.
Yeah, good defense by the Crimson. Yeah, they were able to get some pressure on Williams
Israel
that time.
Calhoun got up into him.
Yeah, they were able to get some pressure on Williams and just kind of throw him out of rhythm enough just to have an incomplete pass there.
Or Corday Bowler, that's who it was, number 9. At 9 and 8 looking alike. So apologize for that. 2nd and 10. And again, you muck it up. How do you muck up a football game? You slow it down.
Yes.
Trick plays.
Yes.
New packages.
And that's exactly what the Bulldogs have mastered this evening.
They had a great heavy package as Williams gets scrambled out of the pocket, and he just has to wheel it downfield. Incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, smart play by Williams, just getting that ball out of there and not taking a sack on that play.
And this is where Seth Henson is a weapon. They're at the 35 now. If they get 5 yards, he can kick a 47-yarder from here.
He sure can. I think he was going to.
That wind behind you?
Oh, yeah. He can definitely get this through there with that wind.
But they would love to see one more first down before they think about a field goal. Actually, they want 7. So, 3rd and 10. Steron Davidson to the right of Jordan Williams. Good job by this male offensive line all night. And hand it off to Williams. He runs left, and he gets a full head of steam. He runs over the quarterback, Braylon Miles, and he gets 9 on 3rd and 10. It's 4th and 1, and now you have a decision to make. Do you kick the 43-yarder, or do you go for it here on 4th and 1, Dion Reese?
I think I'm going to go for it. I like that they were back in that kind of that double wing back lineup again that time. They got Christian White,
that heavy formation,
and ran Davison right behind them.
And here we go.
Same formation.
They got the double heavy right side on that wing. And it's a direct snap to Davidson. He runs it right into the defense.
He didn't get it.
Oh, man, if he'd have gone to the right side, he might have had it.
Right. I thought that was the whole point of it, putting those guys to the right so you could get behind them,
Tough one, and a Manual Crimson defender is down. He's going to be tended to. So turnover on downs. The Crimson have the ball. I believe that was Jabari Sloan, defensive lineman, 326-pound senior in the middle of that defense. Or was it Elijah Wilkins? 56 or 58, couldn't quite tell, but they're running off on their own. So we have a change of possession here. Manual Crimson up 14-7, 9:07 to play. They will have 1st and 10 from their own 26.
Mind you, this is a Crimson team that averages 40 points a game. So this Bulldog defense has done a solid solid job keeping them under wraps tonight.
And on the left side, that run, there you go. Can't get across the line of scrimmage, although they'll give them forward progress of a yard.
Yeah, this Bulldog team is, in general, but this defense has really showed up tonight. I mean, this manual offense is powerful. It's dynamic. It's scary, and the Bulldogs have done a great job handling them tonight.
So a gain of 1 or 1.5, 2nd and 8, call it. Mack. With Presley back there, he fakes, spins, rolls right. He's going to get trapped in the backfield. He steps out of it, steps around a tackle, but gets brought down the original line of scrimmage at the 26. It'll be 3rd and 10. Great pursuit from the Bulldogs.
Excellent pursuit. And again, like Manual's not used to this. Again, they average 40 points per game. You know, they're 9-2. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and the Bulldog defense is giving them all they're asking for tonight.
Now the clock in the Manual favor. 8 minutes to play, up 14-7. Now they're taking a look at their wristbands on the play call. They're on the right hash. Heavy stack to the right side.
This might be the biggest 3rd down of the season for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs defend it well. The slant from left side. Broken up there. Is that Davidson breaking it up?
Tyson Mims, I believe. Is that
Mims?
It's hard to tell you. I can tell it's a 3 or a 0. I'm not sure what that is.
And that was a pass to Darian Cole that was knocked
5
out. Yeah, it was knocked out of the hands. Could have been Savion
Vaughn. It's hard to tell with those single-digit numbers sometime in those black jerseys. But a huge stop by the Bulldogs. Got to watch Colin Jefferson on these punt returns as well. He's dangerous back there. He could take one to the house.
Yes, indeed. Colin Jefferson with 7:43 to play. Mayo will get it back down 14-7. So a great 3 and out, and that short punt into the wind was downed at the 46 by the Manual Crimson. And here come the Bulldogs. 7:34 to go. They need a touchdown, extra point to tie it up.
Yeah, that Bulldog defense giving the Bulldog offense another shot. I mean, they've really played a good game on defense for the Bulldogs. Yeah, kudos to those guys.
So that 27-yard punt gives the Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the 46. And alongside Dion Reese, I'm Paul Najar. And folks, we've got a great game. It was 52-13, an absolute second quarter explosion by Manual 2 weeks ago for the Crimson to take the rivalry win at the end of the regular season. Here we are 2 weeks later. 7 points separate them with 7:20 to go in the contest. 3-yard gain on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you said it. This is the difference in the football from a football game and a rivalry. This is a rivalry. You know, the Bulldogs have come out tonight and they're fighting.
You know Chris Wolf.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I know Chris Wolf. And you know, and Coach Eckloff knows Chris Wolf. That's the other thing. So these guys have been you don't take a loss like that easily. 2nd and 7, that quick little hook there, complete. That was complete to Kamari Young. Kamari Young picks that up for a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Slung down pretty rough there, but no dirty play there. You know, just some good hard-nosed football.
There you go. Now, you know, and what I was alluding to is that Chris Wolf takes a loss like that. He doesn't take it easily.
Oh, not at all.
That's a real, and what he's come up here with tonight just shows the absolute depth of that man's football acumen and excellence. 3rd and a long 3 at the Manual 47. Williams looking long. He's got a man. Can he get it to him? Oh, what a great defensive play to get his hand in there at the last second to break it up.
I think he did get a hand in there. That was some great defense, but it was also a great route and a great pass by Williams. He put it right where it needed to be. Just wasn't able to connect with.
Fans wanting a little hold on that. I think it was clean until he just made that leap. It was a great stride for stride on Jefferson for the pass breakup. Now 6:02. You only have one timeout left. Dion Reese, do you punt it here or do you go? Got to go.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah. Chris Wolf. Will take the risk. Jordan Williams in the pistol. 3 wide right. They fake it right. They do a little razzle-dazzle. They get it to Williams. Short pass right. He's across the 40, inside the 35. First down, Manuel. And there's one of those razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle,
Let's
yes.
make it happen.
That was wild. There was a lot going on right there. But looked like a couple of handoffs and then a pass back down the field. Gutsy call by Coach Wolf, and the Bulldogs were able to execute and get a first down. Big first down. Wow, what a game, folks. This is
That is something. And the Bulldogs in business.
Looks like this is going to go down to the wire.
5:54 left. And is there an injury over there? There is. And was that Davidson?
Yeah, that was Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson with the catch. And he gets that first down on 4th and long 3, and he comes off from the other side of the field.
A little bit of a limp, but he's coming off on his own.
And that is a good thing.
That might even be a cramp.
Davidson getting a little help. As it's 1st and 10 at the Manual 33. 5:30 to go. Down the right side. He has him just a yard long. Oh,
I love it. They're going for it.
Jordan Williams has always had a really strong arm. But, man, this year he is putting balls out where his guys can get them.
And I like the call again. They got the 6'4", is that Clark out there? Yeah, James Clark. Just not able to reel that one in.
James Clark just about a half yard beyond his outstretched arms. And the team gets back to the line of scrimmage for a 2nd and 10 call.
Might not be a bad idea to try to get that ball back in Christian White's hands. He's made several big plays tonight.
2nd and 10 from the 33. Out of the pistol, handoff. And there is Christian White. He takes it up the middle. He goes inside the 20, down to the 15. And that is a 19-yard gain on 2nd and 10.
Huge play. And again, I just mentioned that he's had several of those tonight. At 220 pounds, he's a senior. He's giving it all. He's leaving it all out there right now.
And they are having to bring him off from out there because that leg, again, tightening up. Christian White will get tended to. So while he gets attention, we will take a break. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. Stay with us. 4th quarter, the stretch run here on Glycod.
You want the right agents for your real estate? Choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field, and that was Christian White getting a little assistance coming off for whatever ails him in that leg. Jordan Williams gets the snap. He steps up in the pocket, looks into the end zone, and he was looking for Jefferson. Just a little too high. He was the only guy that would have caught that, but he took a hit too from 2 defensive backs. The Crimson defensive backs have been so strong. I don't know if that's Tony Bethel, or no, that was 23, Caleb Williams back there in the coverage as well.
Yeah, it looked like Williams was looking for Collins, and then he was going to run, and then he was looking for him again.
Yeah, he saw him there. That strong arm from Williams. Boy, he just flicked that just a little tall. 2nd and 10 from the 16 for the Bulldogs. 5:05 to play. Mail down 7. Williams hands it off, inside handoff, and there is that White again?
I believe so.
Christian White back out there. All guts.
Still limping.
And he's still limping as he gained about 7 yards on that second down play. It's 3rd and 3. They are at the 9, and now you got to start thinking, well, Chris Wolf has done this many times. He'll get the score, and you think you're going to kick it to tie. He's going to go for 2.
He's going to go for 2.
Whew. He's had some terrific 2-point or short 4th down play calls tonight. But you got to get this one right here first. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Just to the right of center. Williams drops back looking. He's going to take a sack back to the 22, and that's just one thing.
The one
tough.
thing you don't want to happen, yeah.
A corner blitz or a blitz off the edge from Manuel trips up Williams, and now they're backed up to the 21. It'll be 4th and 15.
Yeah, if you're Williams, you got to get rid of that ball.
This might be where Chris Wolf will utilize his final timeout. 3:36, 3:35, 3:34 to go. 144th time these two have matched up. See Jesse Jones, 6'1", 230, sophomore. He spells Christian White, but there is a whistle on the field. Timeout. DuPont Manual will take a 30-second break. When we return, the all-important play of the game, 4th and 15 for the male Bulldogs. Stay with us on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium here, Maxwell Field, Male High School. The Bulldogs trailing arch rival DuPont Manual Crimson 14-7, 3:20 to go in the 4th quarter. It's a 4th and 15 alongside male legend Dion Reese. I'm Paul Najar. Dion, big play, biggest play of the game here.
Biggest play of the season here.
Williams in the pistol. He gets the snap, looking, he steps up, he's going to throw to the corner. He has 2 men, but it's intercepted in the end zone by the Crimson. And their touchback. Look, the last 2 times they had opportunities, they've gone 3 and out in under a minute.
They have.
Or a minute and a half. Still time to go, but the Crimson looking to salt this one away. Couldn't quite see who was on the interception. 20. And I thought it was 28, but it was Xavier Brooks. Thanks to our spotter over here, good friend Jason Frakes.
Yeah, they gave it a shot. I mean, he stepped up in the pocket and,
That was his shot. It was either run for, a miracle first down or touchdown, or try and put it up there where he had 2 receivers.
Yeah, that was the right call. He tried to make something happen and, threw it into the end zone. And
Bulldogs matched up in man coverage. 1 wide receiver left, 1 wide receiver right for Caden Mack. He put his knee down, and that's a sack. At the 15, it'll be 2nd and 15. He had this low snap, and he had to go down and get it. Put his knee down. Now he's down at the 15. Official on the male sideline reminding all the male team and coaching staff, hey, get back. I need space too. Got to make the calls. That's just good officiating all night long from these 7 officials, this 7-person crew doing a heck of a job.
They sure have. Everybody's watching that clock.
2:40, 2:39. Manual taking their time. Mack will wait there. The hand goes up from the back judge. and he gets the snap, hands it off, left side, met in the backfield, 1 yard loss.
Big hit in the backfield, too. Oof. That was a solid hit.
They are selling out up the middle. It's that typical man-on-man coverage on the outside. Let's play with 9 defenders up the middle.
Yeah,
the
third down play.
And now this big 3rd and 16 as we approach 2 minutes to play. If your coach, if you're Manuel, do you want Mac to attempt a pass?
I'm not sure I'm going to have him pass this here. I think I'm going to try to, play it safe, give it to one of my go-to running backs, see what they can do, and then punt this ball down the field.
Coach Keith Eckloff has him running left. Mac tries to sprint out of the tackle. He cannot. He is brought down at the 15, and there it is, 1:38 to go, and a timeout. Male High School, the Bulldogs used their last timeout, and they'll have 1:38 to see if they can do something with this punt. It's got to be a punt. Yeah, they'll punt it.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for more from this Bulldog defense tonight. I mean, this is an unbelievable manual offense that they're up against, and they've really, really played these guys tough.
Just a brilliant, brilliant game plan from Chris Wolf, shortening this game from the outset. There were 2 possessions in the first quarter and 3 possessions in the second. And they had 3 possessions in the first half, did the Bulldogs, 2 for Crimson. Manuel Crimson, never seen anything like it in a high school game. Just brilliant coaching and strategizing from this male staff.
Textbook.
Yep.
Textbook coaching.
Pritz to punt from his 15. He is standing in the shadow of his goal. He gets the snap, 1 step, puts it up. Ooh, nice rush from Male. That's a good punt. It comes down. Oh!
Got to give him some room there.
And that could have easily been a flag. He could feel the breath of number 25, Jamion Williams, down there so fast in coverage. Boy, he sprinted down there making sure that there was no room to run. So, 1st and 10 at the 46. That was a 39-yard punt.
Actually a great punt into the wind that time.
Terrific punt into the wind. Nice and easy. Didn't try to kill it, just like you do into the wind when you're golfing. Into the breeze, swing with ease. So 1.5 minutes to go. Wind at your back, you give it a whack when you're golfing. Wind at your back, you throw it deep. And I've got a feeling Williams is going to go up top right now. Yes, he does. A little out pass to Christian White, but there was a lot of pressure right away, and he couldn't get a connection there.
Yeah, that's that same bread and butter, step back and hit White out in the flats and let him do what he does. So just wasn't able to bring that one in.
He had a little bit of room too, and that's all he needs. Because if he's one-on-one with a strong safety or a free safety or a corner, that's a win. That is a win for Christian White. He's not going to come down by one of those on one from one player.
Yeah, the Bulldogs need to be mindful of the clock, and if they do catch it, need to think about getting out of bounds.
Williams takes the snap, fakes it to White, steps up, turns to throw left, and that one out of bounds. They had good coverage down the middle of the field and on the outside did the DuPont Manual Crimson. A very, very good defensive effort from Latarian Spencer and Xavier Brooks. Xavier Brooks, the corner. Just a junior. Latarian Spencer.
Yeah, 3rd down. Obviously, we won't see any more punts tonight. So,
you got 1:21 to go. Male has 2 downs to get this first. It's 3rd and 10. Williams gets the snap. Looking left, steps up some more. He finds it, a little flat pass, and that's across the 40 in the 35, knocked out of bounds. Kamari Young, and a flag will bring them 15 more yards closer.
Wow.
They'll be inside the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs inside the 20.
Yeah, Bulldogs have plenty of time on the clock.
1:13 to go. It was passed to White. Good touch on that. White was streaking across the field, caught it in stride, took it upfield, tackled out of bounds. So from the 34, they'll march off 15 on that personal foul on the defense. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line for the Bulldogs.
I mean, to be honest, this is all the time in the world, you know, at this position on the field.
What a game we have here, folks. The UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. The male Bulldogs at the 19. 1st and 10. Williams in the pistol. He gets it straight drop. He steps up. Boy, he can run. And he's going to run across the 10. The 5. Down to the 2-yard line. Jordan Williams, the one time he decides to tuck it and go, and he almost scored for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs spreaded everything out, and Jordan Williams didn't see any wideouts. He could only see the end zone, and he took off for it, too.
He saw plenty of green, and as he got closer, almost got to the purple, did a good job of holding on to the ball, and there is going to be a motion penalty on the Bulldogs. They looked a false start. Yeah, it looked a little disorganized there.
They were, yeah.
But they can score from the 6 just as much as they can score from the 1, but a little bit tougher.
Yeah, they're 51 seconds in the game, you know, from...
Oh, they're starting the clock right away, too. All right. So they start the clock, and the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 6 now. 38, 37, the handoff up the middle. Davidson, he's got an angle, and he's
Touchdown.
Still run, Davidson
Touchdown.
for 6 for the Bulldogs. Now 32.2 seconds left, and the Riverboat Gambler, Chris Wolf, will have the decision of all decisions to make.
Let's go for it, Coach.
Do we go for it?
Let's go for it, Coach.
DuPont Manual.
Let's go for it, Coach.
From having a shot to go to the round 3. They are going to go. The offense is out there. Chris Wolf making the decision. If the Crimson stop them, it'll be an opportunity for the first time in 17 years for the Crimson to advance to the 3rd round of this tournament, of the state tournament. Here are the Bulldogs. They step to the line. They've got 2 yards to go. Timeout, DuPont Manual.
Yeah.
So let's stay right here, Dion Reese.
Wow.
I mean, the coaching genius of Chris Wolf, taking this game, shortening it, giving his team every opportunity, giving his players every opportunity to win this game.
Yes, and that's exactly where they are. I mean, they've got the ball in their hands. Their destiny is in their own hands. You know,
20. I believe there have been 2 other instances where they on this field beat Trinity, and I think someone else, maybe Scott, in overtime, or not in overtime, but with a 2-pointer late in the game.
Yeah, I was here for the Trinity game one year. Yeah, to see that. Yeah,
I believe that was a terrific contest. Here we are, ball spotted on the left hash.
Both teams' seasons on the line.
The last play for seniors, either from Manual or Male, right here. The 2-point attempt. Heavy left, they switched sides to heavy right for Male. Motion man into the backfield. Williams fakes it, rolls right to the wide side. He has a big receiver back there. Did he catch it? He did! He came down with the ball!
Wow!
2-point conversion is good! And the Male Bulldogs take the lead with 32.2 to play.
Goodness.
An unbelievable scene here at Veterans Stadium at Maxwell Field. Now, you know how potent this Manual offense is. They can get it back quick. And they've got a kicker with a long leg.
Wow.
We're going to stay right here as this one, you got to believe. Now, Seth Henson is an outstanding kicker. You just tell him boot it out of the end zone, or do you want to trap him back? A little squibber and trap him back as far as you can. I say end zone.
End zone, yeah. I mean, I don't even want to return. Yeah. Let's get this.
Those guys. you know, the return can cause some, you know, time to go off.
I thought about the squibber, but how about we just kick this through the back of the end zone?
And here is Henson.
Squib.
And it is a squib. And Yowza, get field position at the 34. He downed it straight down.
I was thinking a little deeper of a squib than that.
That's what I was thinking, a little hard driver. Yeah. But sometimes those hard driving kicks, they take those funny hops to the sideline, or they pick it up on a good hop and start momentum going. But it's at the 34. They've probably got to get inside the 25, about the 25, for a field goal attempt.
This Bulldog defense has been great tonight. They have been solid.
They need about 40 yards to get a comfortable field goal attempt. And then they have timeouts. Mack, he's in back. He's looking. Feet. He's got it. So he was squeezed out of trouble. Rolls right and out of bounds. He's pushed near midfield, right at the male Bulldogs sideline at the 50. Caden Mack. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
Caden Mack
where
got the scrambling.
Speed, the scrambling man helped.
He didn't see anything downfield, but some open field, was able to scatter for the first down. He's dangerous back there. You got to keep your eyes on him.
Got to remember, you get inside, they got 25 yards to go to get to the 25-yard line. A 42-yard kick into the wind, that's probably as long as you could go. 3 left, 1 right on the receivers. Mack looking left. Now he comes back right. A little flare over to his right side, and they get out of bounds. He falls out of bounds. His receiver does. That was Braylon Miles inside the 40. First down, Manual. They get it at the 39.
Several big catches tonight by Miles, and he makes another one there.
15 or 14.7 on the clock. If that was a pro catch, that he would have been called inbounds.
Yes.
Because where he was tackled, but he came down out of bounds in high school. That's what matters most. Where does the ball land? They have 1 timeout left to the DuPont Manual Crimson, and they're saving it. They need 15 yards, probably, maybe a little more. As Mack looks left, staring down his receiver on the inside, slanted, almost picked off by the Bulldogs, broken up there by Braden Fields, 17. Yes, Brandon Fields, Brandon Fields with the breakup, 10 seconds left. What a match, the 144th edition of this rivalry. Unbelievable, folks, what incredible action. Beginning to end, a magnificent game. Mack gets the snap, looks left. He's going to go. He breaks out. He runs. He steps out. No, he's tackled down at the 33, and that should do it. 2.8 to go. Timeout. It's just going to be a 50-yard field goal attempt for the DuPont Manual Crimson unless they decide to go to the end zone. Your choice, Dion.
This is a tough call here. This would be a tough field goal. I'm not sure if he could.
The flags across the stadium are blowing straight in, probably in the face of this kicker 10 miles an hour. The flags at the goalpost probably a little more straight on wind, and they're going to kick this field goal. It's going to be a 50-yarder. Pritz has plenty of leg, an outstanding kicker. The junior, 6'1", 197 in your program. He's listed. His leg is so strong. And here we go, 2.8. The holder is Price. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, it's going, it is! No good.
Oh,
Wide
wow.
left. The Manual.
Wow.
The male Bulldogs.
Wow.
Move on. In the 6A playoffs to round 3. Oh, the DuPont Manual Crimson. What a kick from Jackson Pritz. Plenty of leg from 50 yards into the wind, and it just goes wide left. And the legend of this incredible, historic rivalry continues.
Let's go! Yes, sir.
Dion Reese, you got the male Bulldog coaching staff coming down from above. 15-14 is the win.
Wow.
We will catch our breath, folks, and come back to wrap up this incredible battle.
What a gutsy performance from the Bulldogs tonight.
Absolutely brilliant. We'll take our first post-game break. The UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. Can't get any better than this. Stay with us on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field. The male Bulldogs victorious. 2 weeks ago, it was Manual 52, male 13, but not tonight. 2 weeks later, the Bulldogs victorious 15-14. One incredible gutsy play, gutsy call, gutsy performance after another. And the Bulldogs come away and advance to the third round of the KHSAA Class 6A playoffs. The DuPont Manual Crimson now they'll have to wait for an 18th attempt. They haven't been to the third round in 17 years. They'll have to try again next year as Coach Eckloff came in with just a superior offensive and defensive team. But the Bulldogs found a way. Dion Reese, I don't know how they did it. I'm at a loss for words. You could say that Coach Wolf, the mastermind of this of this strategy here to get the win.
This is incredible. You know, first of all, these kids out here on both teams, they will never, ever in their lives forget this night. They'll never forget this night. I mean, to be able to come off of a loss like they just took 2 weeks ago, it was a blowout. It was a blowout. They blew the Male Bulldogs off the field. And this coaching performance that Coach Wolf put on tonight was, I mean, again, I said it multiple times, it was textbook, you know. But again, it's one thing to put that plan, to devise that plan, but these players, they showed the heart. They showed the heart of Bulldogs and came out here and actually pulled it off and came away with the victory. I couldn't be more proud of these guys tonight.
I'm just taking a deep breath. Wow. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. Here we go.
Wow.
St. X 50, Bullet East 20, final. 6A, Class 6A there. Class 6A, Hopkinsville at South Warren. It's South Warren up 29-16 at the half. McCracken County up 27-20 on Henderson County at the half. Simon Kenton drops a 50-0 decision. Trinity moves on in 6A. Ryle is up 28-14 in Class 6A over Ballard in the third quarter. In Class 5A, Fairdale is up 24-0 over Butler in the fourth. In Class 4A, Franklin County is up 21-20 over Valley midway through the third. In Class 3A, Christian Academy up 41-3 over DeSales late in the third. And in Class A, KCD up 35-7 over Holy Cross in Class A action in the third quarter. Looks like Male will play at St. X next Friday, and that's your scoreboard presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the band in the big white hat sent you. We're going to take our second post-game break and return with some stats, scoring, and some more evaluation of this superb game here at Veterans Stadium, Maxwell Field at Male High School. Stay with us. More to come on our UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday broadcast. Stay with us on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Semin Realtors, always one step ahead.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank. Building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Lycon.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium here at Maxwell Field. Got to take a deep breath now after this one. 15-14, the male Bulldogs find a way to win over the DuPont Manual Crimson. And they'll advance on to the third round of the KHSAA Class 6A State Tournament alongside Dion Reese. I'm Paul Najar. And Dion, we look at our scoring tonight, and it just reflected the game, how possessions were at a premium. Value your possession and field position, and the way the male Bulldogs handled all of it, just so impressive. To lose 52-13 14 days ago at Manual Stadium, and to come here and do this, unbelievable.
I mean, this is one of the better male Manual matchups that we've ever seen. I mean, the game.
That Manual team is so good.
So good. So good.
So solid, and the margin for error so thin. Every yard. I mean, Male had first and goal from the 1 to try and tie it and punch it in, and they get a motion penalty. Total confusion. But they take it in from the 6 to get that score to make it 14-13. Then the big decision, and you knew what Chris Wolf would do with 38 seconds to go.
Of course, he's going for it all, and and they were able to execute. And I'm looking at the scoreboard. They still got it up. They held Manual to 14 points. They put 56 points up on Male 2 weeks ago. And for that defense to come in and step up like they did tonight, I don't know what to say. I'm just proud to be a Bulldog tonight.
To take 15 to 17, 18-year-old young men, create a team. Coach Eckloff did the same thing with his Manual Crimson. They were so solid throughout the year, and they were tough tonight, but there was just something about the way Male came out and slowed this game and shrunk it down.
That was huge. I mean, that had a lot to do with it. I mean, they basically kept the Crimson offense off of the field, but when they did get on the field, you couldn't have asked for more from the Bulldog defense tonight.
Right. And that just wore out that top 3 Manual defense, which is so strong. And it made them work and work and work. Let's take a look at the final numbers from German American Bank. Strengthening community since 1910. Take a look at the scoring. Second quarter, 8:06 as it was Male first on the board, 8:06 of the second quarter, their second possession of the game. 13-yard TD pass from Jordan Williams to Colin Jefferson. And the kick extra point from Seth Henson made it 7-0 Male. At 1:48 of the second quarter, 1:48 to go, a 2-yard TD run from Caden Mack, the quarterback, the fine quarterback from Caden Mack, fine quarterback from Manual Crimson. He got the 2-yard TD run, and then the kick extra point good from Jackson Pritz made it 7-7. Manual took the opening kickoff of the second half and drove 80 yards down the field 3-yard touchdown pass. Or I'm sorry, it wasn't 80 yards. They kicked into the wind. They had that long run back to the 45, got a penalty. So their drive ended on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Caden Mack to Braylon Miles. 14-7, the extra kick from Jackson Prince was good. 14-7, Manual led. Manual held that lead, Dion, until the very end of the fourth quarter. A terrific defensive stand, 2 in a row from Mail. They missed on a 4th down conversion inside right around their 20. And with about a little over 3 minutes to go, Manual got the ball. It was a 3-and-out. They forced the punt, and they got the ball at their own 46, did the Bulldogs. They drove 54 yards in about a minute, 10 seconds. They scored with about 38 seconds to go on a 6-yard touchdown run from Steron Davidson. And the 2-point play pass, we didn't get this. It was from Jordan Williams to, who brought it down?
I'm not sure who brought that down.
I don't know who that was in the back of the end zone, but it was a tall target. He had guys pushing him out. He toe tapped, kept his feet in, and we're going to effort who we can find to get that. Who scored on the 2-point play? Maybe one of the. Oh, it was Colin Jefferson. So Jefferson got the first touchdown, and he got the 2-point play. What a performance from him as well. They were finding some openings down the field. They got Jefferson that 2-point play in a crowd in the end zone. He toe taps it in, and he gets pushed out, but he held on for that 15-14 score. Then Manual, they get the ball. Mail squib kicks it to the 34, and they're immediately down. So no time went off, and it was Manual makes a big play, get across the 50, they get across the 40. Mack has to run away from trouble, gets down, is taken down at about the 32 when he had some open space, but a shoestring tackle there takes him down to 32, and that set up a 50-yard field goal attempt by Jackson Pritz from the left hash, and my goodness, what a leg. It had been good from 55, except it was about 1 foot wide left from Jackson Pritz on that field goal. Into the wind as well. What a game. That is your look at tonight's final scoring from German American Bank. German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. We're going to take another post-game break, and when we return, we will have our State Farm, we'll have our State Farm Most Outstanding Players, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stay with us, folks. We'll have those most outstanding players of the game when we return on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Lycon.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium here, Maxwell Field at Male High School. The Bulldogs victorious. And moving on, in the 6A state tournament, they will play St. X next week, or if St. X holds on to win, they're winning comfortably now. They defeated DuPont Manual, rival, 15-14 here tonight. And now we have our tonight's most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. First, first for Male, you could say that offensive line.
Yes, sir.
And you could say Chris Wolf. I mean, he was mastermind behind this. That double tight end, that wing, helping that offensive line like heavy jumbo, bringing in those extra big guys to help slow down that prolific Manual pass rush.
I'd love to know when he put that in. I don't know if that's something that he's had in his back pocket. Did he come up with that this week?
He's down there on the field right now talking with reporters, and I got to imagine he's had that, and he knew he had to do that because the defense, top 3 in the state, Manual, the offense, the running game, unbelievable. They still had to stop that running game too, and the lockdown corners enabling 7, 8, 9 players to defend that rushing attack in the middle of the field. Tremendous stuff. But the most outstanding players tonight, we're going to go both teams. The quarterback, Caden Mack for Manual, and for Male, it'll be Jordan Williams. Mack had that 2-yard touchdown run and a 3-yard touchdown pass. Williams with the 13-yard touchdown pass to Jefferson in the second quarter. And then late, Steron Davidson gets the touchdown run, and then he converts the 2-point play to Colin Jefferson, Williams to Jefferson. So Caden Mack and Jordan Williams are State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, most outstanding players of the game. Again, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dion, I don't know if we could have gotten a better game than this to call.
We could not. This was such a great game. I mean, we talked about how storied the rivalry is. The oldest one in the state, one of the oldest in the country, and they gave us one of the best performances of that rivalry that there's been in all these years. So just a really, really special game and big win for the Bulldogs tonight.
They lose 52-13 on October 31st. It's November 14th. They pull out a 15-14 win. Congratulations to both teams on an outstanding, historic game. They'll look back on this forever. And, that Crimson side, my goodness, so loaded with talent. Coach Eckloff, hats off to him and his staff for an outstanding season. And just, one play away. That 50-yard field goal attempt from Jackson Pritz, I mean, it was long enough. It was just a little wide left. And, he had that attempt early from about 42 yards, I believe it was, but it was blocked.
It was.
It was tipped by,
Bulldogs got a hand on
Davidson, I believe, that one. So, you look at what Steron Davidson did all night, just getting one handoff after another, going into the guts of that nasty Crimson defense, taking hit after hit, getting rewarded with that touchdown, rewarding his team with that tip, that block, that tip of Pritz's attempt in the first quarter. I mean, you just say hats off for a game effort from all those Bulldogs, and we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention the big play man for Mail all night, Christian White.
Yeah. Big plays and just big man in general. The 220-pound senior.
3 catches, probably around 80 yards, a couple of big runs, cramping, comes off the field, gets a big first down on a 15-yard run on 3rd and 3. Making plays on defense, getting a sack, getting tackle for loss. Christian White, absolutely the game of his life as well.
Unbelievable heart for that young man. He's a senior. This is a huge game. And, all you saw from him is I'm not going home a loser tonight. And, he was able to be one of the deciding factors in the Bulldogs pulling this victory off tonight.
Absolutely was. And the Bulldogs move on. They'll go to round 3. It's the first time they made it past the second round since 2023. But Emmanuel Crimson still searching for that elusive appearance in the third round. It's been 17 seasons since. They'll go for it again next year. Coach Eckloff, great job. You and your staff, he and his staff, just a terrific job all season long, making that offense and defense one of the most powerful and destructive in the state. But the Mail Bulldogs pull it out here tonight. 15-14 here at Veterans Stadium at Maxwell Field. Well, for Nick, our producer on site, for Chris Labar, our owner-operator at Glycon, and yes, for Josh, our camera operator, for Steve Bird, our executive producer down in Florida, for all the information and insight that he brings us, and for my man Dion Reese. Dion, I can't thank you enough, brother. What a great time. What a terrific contest. Congratulations to all these student athletes. Such terrific competition here tonight.
Yeah, what a rivalry. What a game. Man, it was a pleasure working with you guys tonight. And go Bulldogs.
Oh, there you go. For all of us at Glycod, we thank you for watching. I'm Paul Najar, folks. Have a good night. We'll see you again. Stay with us. Look for our continuing broadcast of football playoff action on Glycod. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, your premier metal recycling solution. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Interstate Batteries and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.